All right. Good morning to everybody that's in here so far or coming in here. Or are we going to play this? Hey, bug. Alexa, play "Say Twin" by Lil Baby.
Say Twin by Lil Baby from Apple Music.
Alexa, max volume. Shit, lagging. Q Sims, Chan, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Back. Blow it up.
Say twin, say twin, say twin, say twin. Them niggas ain't show their hand, them niggas ain't in. Say twin, say twin, say twin, say twin. I hop out the back and hop in the cat. Yeah, I'm about to charge them again. Say twin, say twin, say twin, say twin. They do what they did, I do what I did. I guess it is what it is.
My shit lagging.
Say twin, say twin, say twin. I'm a super speeder. I done broke me, let's go. Diamonds dancing on my clothes. This shit Aquafina. Went two different stripes. Sent two different lighters. Turn my young church. She like going virus. I like getting chicks. Whipping and making it straight. I'm a natural born hustler. I'm over 1,000 bricks. I'm playing defense. I'm a center blitz. These little hoes and shit. They shit off the pit. Pull up on the twin. Walk down on the twin. They don't want to. Fuck spin again. And it's like we seen. Choppers getting in. DOA out of here. Right out my twin. Don't need for you calling the swing.
125K. I told. Is that true, Chan? DM me on Twitter. DM me on Twitter. DM me on Twitter, bro. DM me on Twitter, bro.
I hop out the back and hop in the cat. Yeah, I'm out to charge them again. Say twin. They do what they did, I do what I did. I guess it is what it is. Say twin. Me and my brother got dinner. All of it that we did. All of these hoes be lying. We can't change.
Niggas be fanned out, bro. Niggas be fanned out, bro. That's the page. Niggas be fanned out. Facts. Justin, what's good?
Don't need for you calling the swing, cause we ain't twin.
Say twin. Say twin. Say twin.
Say twin. Them niggas ain't show their hand, them niggas ain't in.
Say twin. Say twin. Say twin.
Say twin. I hop out the back and hop in the cat. Yeah, I'm out to charge them again. Say twin. Say twin. Say twin. Say twin. They do what they did, I do what I did. I guess it is what it is. Say twin. Say twin. Say twin. Say twin.
Alexa, play "Ghetto Angels" by No Cap.
Ghetto Angels by No Cap from Apple Music.
It's probably the last song, y'all. It's probably the last song, to be honest. I watched one of the worst games of my life last night, bro. True story. One of the worst games of my life. Alexa, pause. Man, bro. Man. I don't even know where to start, bro. I don't even know where to start. Hold on. We're talking about NFL playoffs matchup potentially today. Really, I don't know how long today gonna go. Honestly, I really got new momentum when it comes to gaming. I ain't gonna lie. I done made some good money yesterday on TikTok. So I don't know how long today's gonna be. I also gotta get my phone. Saturday, I think it was Saturday. Man, ridiculous night. Don't even got my phone. I had my phone the last couple of days. So I gotta get my phone. We'll see how long today's gonna be. The NFL playoff matchup thing that's at the top of the title, it depends on if it's people that's in here or whatever the case may be. It depends on how it goes. That's either going to probably be a Saturday or a Sunday thing as well when it comes to the morning of. We obviously going to do our power rankings today with all the playoff teams, whether we cut it to 10 or whether we just do 14. We'll see how that goes. And then man, the NBA. The NBA, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I usually don't even stay up. I usually go to sleep, you know, but I'm like, the Heat. All right, it's the Heat Kings. We the only game of the night. Why not watch? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not watch it? Don't go to sleep, Ed. Just stay up. Boy, did I regret that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the type of loss last night where, like, when y'all lose, it's like, how do you go to sleep type shit. Like, it was that type of game. How do you even go to sleep off of a loss like this? Like, I ain't never see no shit like that. I mean, when you talk about getting walked down, we got to walk down. Literally walked down yesterday by the Kings. It's a ridiculous team, bro. It's a ridiculous team. If it was me, and I tweeted this, I don't care about losing the first round draft pick in 2026. I don't care about losing the other first round draft pick in 2028. If you can lose a lot of freaking games this season and you can get a top 7 pick this season, this is the draft to do it. 1000%. This is the draft to do it. And then when you trade Jimmy Butler, which is probably going to happen at this point, you just make sure you get a first round draft pick in either that same draft that you lost a pick in or another draft. It don't matter. So if you trade Jimmy, try to get a 2026 or 2028 to recoup the draft pick that you're going to lose for not making the playoffs. Anybody that don't know, if we don't make the playoffs, we lose the first round draft pick in 2026, 2028. But with this team, granted, depending on what we get back for Jimmy, we'll see. But with this team might not even get out the play-in. To be real, this team might not even get out the play-in. I'm just being real. We might not get out the play-in. I can probably predict that the Detroit Pistons are a better team than this Miami Heat team right now. The Atlanta Hawks are probably going to finish better than this Miami Heat team right now. The Sixers going to finish better than this Miami Heat team. I think they're two losses back of us in the loss column. Better than us right now. Captain Jack, I would like Ian. I would like Ian. We need a damn point guard. It's sad. We still need a point guard. And we've been saying this for years. The Miami Heat still need a point guard, bro. It's insane when you sit back and think about it. We still need a point guard, bro. Good morning, everybody that's in here, bro. So far, it's a couple of people in here today. At the moment on this Tuesday. Welcome to the best show in the world. If you are in here, guys, make sure you all like the video. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you all like the video if you are in here, hitting that thumbs up button. Also, make sure you all comment. I read every single comment for the most part. All you have to do is share this live stream out with one person. All you have to do is share this live stream out with one person, and that'll help the betterment of the show today and also the platform. And then last but not least, on this slide, if you are not subscribed to the platform, or if you watch this back and you're not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe. Fact and Stats is a daily sports show live every single day, Monday through Friday. And then there are a couple of ways you can, or a couple of things you can do to extend your support for the platform. Starting with memberships. If you are not a member, it would be great for you all to become a member. There's 3 different levels you can join as: level 1, 2, and 3. They all have different customized perks. All have the ability to send emotes in the chat. And it's easy to become a member now. It's the description. Click the description link on this video, and it will say become a member. And then you just click that link right there, and that's how you become a member. Also, you can send super chats and super stickers all throughout the show today or any given day. That would be greatly appreciated. You got Fact and Stats on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Fact and Stats _. At Fact and Stats _ at Fact and Stats _ It as I'm going through this, playback.tv/facts and stats. Playback.tv/facts and stats is where we watch live NBA games at every single night. So if you ever don't want to watch NBA games by yourself, feel free to come to the Fact and Stats playback room and watch. And if you click the link on this, if you click the description on this video as well, it will say live nightly watch parties. You click that link, you can sign up and join the room. It's an app you can easily download, and it does not cost any money to download the app or join the room. Playback is a platform that I have a partnership with that allows me to host a show there if I choose to do so. Fact and Stats Gambling Discord. If anybody wants to join the Fact and Stats Gambling Discord, feel free to join the Fact and Stats Gambling Discord. That is also on the Fact and Stats page. That link, let me click it and see if it actually works. Okay, that invite say invalid, so I gotta fix that. Cool. That says invalid. We start the show off the same way. It's only 12 people in here at the moment, so I don't know who in here gambled last night. I did a live bet money line parlay, and I'm talking about like both teams I bet on a parlay got walked down. Like both teams got walked down. Spurs got walked down, and the Clippers got walked down. I don't even know why both of those teams on the road too. I don't even know why I even did that, to be honest. I got off TikTok, made like 100 plus on TikTok or whatever it was. I'm like, you know what? Let me get up FanDuel. Stupid decision. Leave that shit alone. I should have just left FanDuel alone, bro. Spurs got walked down and the Clippers got walked down. That sort of kind of sold the parlay. Both teams really should have won or could have won, but here nor there. If anybody else in the chat gambled or whatever the case may be, feel free to type what sold you last night in the chat, man. Shaggy and BJ, what's going on? I see both of y'all up here. I think, yeah, both of y'all are up here. Okay, they're quiet. They're not talking. Wait, are they talking?
Yo, you said what?
Okay, so y'all coming on my computer. Nah, I just said it was good. I see y'all up here. That's all.
Yo, what up? What up? What up?
Quickly sold. Quickly what?
Party's assist, maybe. Niggas got spanked. The Bucks was due for a big win after 2 bad losses. That's just how that shit works.
You said what? Hold on, I gotta switch you to my headphones. This shit not working. Jordan Wilson, what's good, bro?
What's good, Ev?
Hold on, I gotta switch out to my headphones.
All right.
Close at 5. What game you looking forward to watching the most this weekend, Jordan?
Probably either the Bucks or Commanders or the Vikings and Rams. Probably one of those two.
Ooh. How you feel that Vikings and Rams? How you feel like that Vikings and Rams?
Yeah. The Vikings should win, but like, you know, I don't even know how to feel about the Vikings, to be honest. Like,
Bad matchup for him.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. The thing about that, the Vikings got put in a fucked up spot by losing that game.
Yeah.
Like the Rams can win that game.
Bro. I'm not gonna hold you. That Rams front is probably about to beat their ass. That's the matchup right there.
Like, it's funny, right?
That front could really give Sam Darnold some problems, bro.
Like,
because they got a front four that can hit home, bro. Like the Lions don't got that. They was just really blitzing Sam Darnold. They was blitzing their ass off. But the Rams got 4 niggas that can sit there and hit home.
Yeah.
My boy Jared Verse first playoff game, he getting a sack for sure.
Quickly PR.
He getting the Sam Darnold. Rookie of the year too, by the way. Defensive rookie of the year. Let me fix that.
Yeah, man. NFL playoff matchup. This is sort of kind of just. Let me see if I can pull it up. My computer. I gotta start it with everything a little too late. Really just asking y'all what matchup y'all looking forward to watching the most and why. And then we'll continue to gather on to the rest. So Jordan Woods, welcome to the stage, brother. I'm going to ask you, and then Ari, and then Shaggy, and then BJ. Jordan Woods, what matchup out of all these games are you looking forward to watching most, bro? Also, open invitation to anybody to come to the stage. If you want to come to the stage, it is the link in the YouTube comments. Open invitation to anybody to come to the stage.
What's up? The Eagles matchup. I want to see which quarterback, if either, is going to be actually healthy. For real. I mean, haven't heard anything about Hurts practicing or clearing yet. We'll see today. But definitely, if he's not back by tomorrow, then it's a red flag. So I really got my eye on that one. Because if he's obviously if he's not there, it changes the whole thing. But if he's like even not himself, I think that game could be closer than people would expect. It'd be the first time playing in a couple of weeks. They haven't played all together in a minute. So I think that matchup, if Love is there, could be a better one than people are expecting if he's not fully himself, which I don't expect him to be at this point, like fully himself this week. I think Watson being out will hurt them though, because he's really the guy that have to consistently at least stretch the field. These other guys going against that Eagles secondary, you know, they shouldn't have the secondary shouldn't have much problems for the Eagles. But if Hurts is compromising, it could be a lower scoring game, and then they have it. And Saquon is the ultimate X factor though, so still expect the Eagles to win, but I think that game will be closer than people are expecting just because of rust and all the other factors involved. The Rams, when I don't really care to watch that. I think the Vikings should easily win that game. They should. Now, the Rams are formidable, but I think the Vikings should easily win that game. Should. So the Eagles match up, and then I'll pick one in the AFC too.
What's good, Justin?
Man, that's all three of those are good. I'm gonna go with the Bills. I'll go with the Bills because of the pass rush of the Broncos. And then obviously having a corner who could shut down one guy all by himself. So I think that matchup could also be close. I'll go with those two on each side.
Nah, I respect it. I know concussions they're different, but didn't he get the injury like 3 weeks ago?
Yep.
It was like 3 weeks ago.
He got
His
December.
last time playing was December 22nd. He has not played or practiced since December 22nd.
Oh, so 2 weeks. Okay. Damn. Well, 2.5 weeks or so. Damn. Okay. All right. What about you? What matchup you looking forward to watching the most this upcoming weekend, or this first round of the wild card, or matchups?
There's a lot of rematches, which is like always interesting. It's hard to beat a team once. For y'all, it'd be hard. Y'all played. This would be your third time playing, but Jordan already said the Eagles and the Packers. It's not going to be interesting if Jalen doesn't play, in my opinion. So since we don't know if Jalen's going to play, I'm not going to choose that one. I am actually going to choose.
Do you think the Eagles can win if Jalen don't play?
Yeah.
Or would you pick them to win?
No.
Okay.
No one knows for me, by the way.
No. I wouldn't, just because like Kenny Pickett is Kenny Pickett, and the Packers defense isn't terrible. It's not a bad defense, honestly. And it kind of makes their offense one dimensional because you're not gonna really trust Kenny Pickett to consistently get Smitty and AJ the ball, which takes out like a lot. Like not only do you miss the running threat of Jalen, you also like their passing game is significantly hampered with Kenny Pickett being the one throwing the ball, which allows defenses. Oh my gosh, Jordan, he asked me the damn question, child.
Oh my bad.
Which allows defenses to key in on Saquon. I don't know what the Packers run defense is like. I can't remember. But it would just make their defense one dimensional. The matchup though that I'm looking forward to is the Bucks and the Commanders. They met week 1. And the Bucks handled the Commanders. And I would be super interested just because that Bucks team, specifically Baker, can be really inconsistent at times this season. Like we've seen that, right? Like they not beat the brakes, but like they beat, good teams and then lose to the Broncos and get blown out by the Broncos, So like, and then lose to Dallas. You know, so like we've seen that team be pretty inconsistent this year, and this won't be the same Jaden that they faced, you know, the beginning of the season, and they are missing some pieces on defense. I don't know if they're gonna get the safety. Um, Murphy Bunting, I don't know if he's gonna be back because he was in a car accident. So
I think he out.
okay, yeah, and the first half was Spencer Rattler, and that defense showed me that defense can be got for real. So I think that'll be a closer game than people think. Well, I don't want to say anyone's not saying it's a close game, but I think it'll be a closer game, and it'd be really interesting, honestly, to see like what Baker shows up. If Baker shows up the way that he's played throughout the season, like his highs, then like yeah, I think that defense is in trouble. But I'd also be interested to see like haven't seen this defense before. Definitely being a much different quarterback than he was week one. Obviously, how does Jaden adjust? And what does their offense look like? So that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. And I don't have an AFC one that I'm really looking like super forward to, honestly.
Prime time. That's Sunday, right? That's Sunday with that Bucks and Commanders. I think that's Sunday.
Yeah, I think
Prime
that's Sunday night, right?
8:00. My goodness.
I got a question. The Monday night game. When does the winner of that game play again?
I think
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like
Why
that
I'm
much.
looking at the schedule too, and I'm like, why is everybody on 11 or 12, but they got the 13th? Like, why they ain't just do 3 day on 3?
Yeah, I
What do
don't
you
like
mean?
3.
That's how they normally do it.
I don't like short weeks in playoffs, bro. Like, just give everybody a full week. Just
Well, I
schedule
think
it in
that's
a way
because
that
of the team for the bye. I think they don't want to give the team because you either give the team with the bye the Monday game, or if you want to keep whoever plays on Monday.
No, I'm saying get rid of Monday completely.
Oh yeah, they're not going
There
to do
should
it.
be
That's
no Monday
Monday.
night games in the playoffs. I know they want to
No,
make
that's
their money, but
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing looking at it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting because they normally do this. For some strange reason, Saturdays start at like 3:30, 4:30 ish,
I
and then
didn't even see the time. So what time is that? That's what they start at this week.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
and then they start Sunday at like noon, 1:00. So like I always wondered why they did that. They did that for they've done that forever. I always wondered why, but I mean, that's how they done it, and then they just pushed to Monday. But I was gonna say on the Eagles front that I don't think Pickett would be the quarterback though. I think they would
Go with McKee.
Who would be the quarterback?
it'd be McKee, I
That
think.
Tanner McKee guy.
Yeah,
Oh, he a rookie?
I think so.
Interesting.
But yeah, that Vikings Rams and it's intriguing to me because I feel like the Vikings are really good, but are they really good because we thought the Packers were really good and they beat the Packers twice? Because besides
what they gotta do? Wait, say it again.
No. I'm saying because other than Green Bay, right? Because I'm looking at like Minnesota's schedule and I'm like, you're good at beating the teams you're supposed to beat, right? And there's value in that, but like, it's like, do we think the Vikings?
I feel like y'all are overreacting to that Vikings loss to the Lions. I'm being so.
Well, no. Well, I was because when it comes to the Vikings, I was always iffy on them. It wasn't like, oh, I had a super high belief on them, and then Sunday changed everything.
So what
Are you
makes
talking
you
about
think
regards
the
to this
Rams
matchup?
can beat the
Yeah.
Vikings?
I think the Rams have a legitimate chance to beat the Vikings. I
Because
don't.
they beat
But what
them in the
makes you
regular
think that
season.
though?
That's it. They
Well, I was
beat
about
them
to say-
already.
I was about to say outside of them beating them in the regular
Hello,
season.
Wes.
Well, I would say that
What's the word?
they're
What's up, bro?
obviously the Rams could get home with 4 people, right? And if you put enough pressure on it, because that, just remembering how that matchup went, the Vikings scored 2 touchdowns on their first 2 drives really fast, and they didn't score another touchdown for the rest of the game, right? So it was like an adjustment was made, and it was really a lot to do with that front that gave Minnesota issues. And it's like, I know everybody remembers the call, but I also remember the Vikings going 3.5 quarters without scoring a touchdown. So I'm like,
Counterpoint, the Rams lately, the past month, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
starting
Offensively struggled.
games starting games
Not saying Jordan
have
Woods. Go
has
ahead.
been
Talk about
ass.
the offense not being
Has
good.
Yeah,
been
it's not
ass
been
Thank you.
offensively
good.
started, especially starting game. Like they tend to pick it up in the second half, but
It
starting
was since the
games,
Bills game, by the
yeah,
way.
it's been like one of the worst first half offense in the NFL. One of them at least. Like it's been terrible. So that game script, I know you talked about the Vikings were able to get up a couple scores and that's why we were able to win, but that could play out again very well. Like has a good chance of playing out again. Now I think the Rams have a shot, but I think the Vikings should be heavy favorites, me personally. But,
I
Rams got
What
them
just
is it?
covered.
don't.
The line is
One
It's
and a
close, I
half.
think.
1.5. Oh damn, that's the closest line.
Yeah, so
This
I mean,
weekend.
Rams are at
Mhm.
home. It would be a 5-point game, pretty much, if it was 4.5, 5-point game if it was in Minnesota. So a regular favorite.
I'll
True.
say this. I don't I don't think people are necessarily like dumb for having the Rams as favorites. I just feel like if you're gonna have questions about the Vikings, the Rams also pose as many questions
True.
in different ways. And so I don't feel like with the way that people seem to be way like let me not say way more confident, but feel more comfortable and being confident in the Rams than they do in terms of being comfortable and confident in the Vikings. I don't understand why. Outside of you just saying, oh, it's Sean McVay and you know, in the playoffs. Like that would be the only reason why I would see, and even in that I still again don't understand why people would have like feel more comfortable in being confident in the Rams. Like both teams present very, I don't want to say different issues, but both teams have issues that have reared their ugly heads throughout the season. And you can look at the teams that the Packers, not the Packers, that the Vikings have beat. You can look at the teams that the Rams have beat. You can look at the teams that they lost to and be like, and look at those games and like see they've lost for very similar reasons and they've won for very similar reasons. And so that way, like, I just don't think it says, and I said this yesterday to Ev, I said, I don't understand why people are way more confident in like choosing the Rams and the Vikings. I just don't get it,
Yeah,
honestly.
I wouldn't say that the Rams are favorites, right? Like I think the line is pretty accurate. The Vikings being slight favorites, I that's accurate to me. Like I think the Vikings are better. There's some things the Rams can do to pull off a victory, but like I think if both teams play their general ball, the Vikings should win. Like because Vikings are a better team, but I don't think it's
So I got another follow-up question. I know yours is Rams and Vikings, Ari and Jordan Woods. I heard y'all as well. BJ and Shaggy and then West. This question to all three out the same as I asked them. What game y'all looking forward to watching the most this weekend and why? And I got a follow-up question. I didn't want to lose it. That's why I speed up a little bit. Either one of y'all
Well,
can
I
start
can
up.
go first.
Okay.
I got Steelers and Ravens. It's either Steelers or Ravens or Chargers and Texans. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say
my
Steelers and Ravens though because of the in-division rivalry. And they split on the season. Obviously, the Steelers did not close the year the way that they would have liked to. And they may be out of juice. It may, they may have used it all earlier in the season when Russ came out the gates firing and they were winning games. But I still think the individual rivalry matters. I think game planning will be key for this game. I also think the weather will play a big part. Apparently, you all are supposed to get a lot of snow. So, yeah, I think that's the game I'm anticipating the most.
I, I don't know if it's going to snow again, but we did get a lot of snow now. But I don't know if it's going to snow again. So if it don't snow again, the field
Nah,
practice
it says it's gonna snow again.
on who?
Yeah,
What day is supposed to snow again, bro? It's
Friday,
ridiculous.
Friday or Saturday, one of them days.
Hey, bro. Yeah, but I'm with you. I think it's funny about that matchup is the last time we played them, I knew for sure we was going to win because George Pickens didn't play. This time we're probably more than likely not going to have Zay Flowers and they're going to have George Pickens. And George Pickens towards Brandon Stevens earlier in the year. And then the Browns literally scored on the drive, targeting Brandon Stevens the whole time. He's one of our biggest weak spots on our defense right now. But our defense definitely turned the corner. So that's a great shout. Me personally, I'm Texans Chargers. I really just want to see who wins that game, to be honest. We all know how the Texans season been. And then I'm not a fan of it, but I like how the Chargers been maneuvering and operating and ultimately winning games this season. So I think that game's going to come down to a lot. I think it's actually going to be a close game. And yeah, man, that's the game that I'm looking forward to watching the most this year because how was Nico, Joe Mixon, CJ, how was Stingley, who's been having one of the better seasons as a corner this year with Will and Daniil up front. Like it's a lot that's going to go into that game for me personally because both teams got players on both sides of the ball that can make plays or impact the game. So I don't even have a winner for that game. I won't be surprised if the Texans win. I won't be surprised if the Chargers win. If I had to go into it, I'd probably pick the Chargers. But Texans are home, I believe, and the Chargers are still favorites at 2.5. So that's interesting for me. BJ, Shaggy, then Joe, and then we'll continue to the show.
I got the same. I got the Chargers. I got the Chargers Texans just because it's Harbaugh's first season back, and he took them guys to the playoffs, bro. So I think that would be interesting just to see is the Texans offense gonna finally wake up and do what they was doing last year, which I don't think is gonna happen because it's already late in the season and that's who they are. And I think the Chargers just got their number. Not necessarily got their number, but the Chargers got the matchup advantage to me over them. And Josh fucking Allen, dude. I love to watch Josh Allen play football. So that's always a good watch for me.
Bro, you don't think it's crazy that you're a super fan of 3 of the top 5 quarterbacks?
First of all, stop thinking I'm a Mahomes super fan. I'm not. I just don't disrespect him like y'all do. I'm not a super fan.
Okay. I don't know if Shaggy here, but Joe, the question is, what game you looking forward to watching the most this weekend?
You said what game am I looking forward to watching most this weekend?
Yeah.
Honestly, Ravens Steelers 1-1. Steelers obviously finished the season on a 4-game skid. And it'll be insane to see them lose a 5th straight, even though the Ravens are obviously the superior team and the better team. But I don't know, like 0-0 in the playoffs is a tournament right now. Like you got the rivalry, you got the defense. You already know that the limitations that they have had historically against Lamar, being able to limit him. But Lamar's Lamar. So I don't know. I think that game is gonna be either a complete like nail biter or it's gonna be Ravens gonna destroy. So I'm looking forward to that game in particular.
All right, appreciate you, bro. Ravens Steelers have the highest spread. The Ravens are at -10. It's ridiculous. Bills coming in at second at -8.5. My last question to you all: what game would surprise y'all the most if X team lost? Final question. So, what game would surprise y'all the most if that certain team lost?
That's a good one.
You say who?
Bills.
No, so that's a good one. Good question.
The Bills. The Bills.
I ain't gonna lie.
As much as
Eagles.
oh yeah, go ahead. Wait, you still choose the
I'm
Eagles
not
even if
gonna
Jalen
say
don't play?
Philly.
You would say that?
Philly could
Oh,
slip up
well.
and lose that, but
Good point.
Yeah.
probably
Come back
it'll
to me.
probably be the Ravens or the Bills.
You said what team, if they lost, would surprise the most?
Yeah, surprised you the most. Look at OG, dog.
I would just be very surprised if the Vikings lost, bro. I would be very surprised. Like the division thing with the Ravens Steelers, I could see the Texans Chargers. Who knows? Broncos Bills, Broncos defense. Like I said, that's why I want to watch that game. Bucks Commanders. Who knows? Eagles Packers. I kind of if not including because I don't know what's up with Jalen, so I'm really only looking at 5 games. If Philly healthy, that would be the one. If the Packers won, I'd be surprised, but I'm not going to include that one. So for now, I'm going to go Vikings Rams. I would just be very shocked if they lost. That'd be a terrible way to end the season.
Did y'all play this year?
So would you be more?
Did y'all play the Bills this year? No, right?
Broncos didn't play the Bills, no.
So a follow-up question to you, Jordan, and I don't have no feelings in this. I'm just asking. I'm just hosting a sports show.
Yeah.
What would be more disappointing? The Ravens losing out to the Steelers or the Vikings losing out to the Rams to you?
So she said if the Vikings losing to the Rams or the Ravens to the Steelers would be more disappointing
to you.
Man. Just overall, like as a organization, the Ravens, because I think they have Super Bowl upside. Just overall, now it wouldn't be more surprising if it happened, but like it would be more like devastating, I guess, for the Ravens to lose. Because even if the Vikings win, I don't think they have Super Bowl upside, in my opinion. Or like maybe, well, a lot would have to go right from to make the Super Bowl. I'll put it that way. The Ravens, I think they have a legit chance to win that conference, just no matter who's there, who they face, whatever. So I think the Ravens would be bad, bro. This is the year, man. Y'all gotta.
Nah, yeah,
This,
I followed you up with that question because of what you were saying about the Vikings. That's all.
yeah. The Vikings just is losing in the first round. I mean, it would be more shocking for sure, but like I don't, like I said, I don't think they have that upside for Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I
I sort
would.
of kind
I,
of my bad.
oh my bad. I was gonna say
Oh,
to
you good,
answer
you
your
good.
question from earlier about like which one would be the most disappointed. I'm saying the Ravens. Like I get the division thing, but like I couldn't even tell you that Russell Wilson should for sure be their quarterback this coming weekend. Like there's just like the Steelers to me are just not good right now. Like I can't point to you any really one thing that they. I mean, defensively they play well, but even defensively they aren't playing as well as they were. Yeah, no, if the Ravens lose this one, yeah, that's about as damaging a loss as maybe in Lamar's whole like tenure since he's been there. You can argue that might be the most damaging loss of his career if they lose that game.
Yeah, I actually agree. I don't have a problem with you saying that at all because I think obviously the most damaging one right now was the Tennessee game.
Right.
But a lot of people point to what the core was offensively, how our team was, who Lamar was as a player, even though he had that stellar season. But now, like I said, me and Z-Farm said it yesterday, bro. This team is ridiculous. Miles was good. I feel like this team is even better than they were going into the playoffs last year because we have something that's established and set in tone, and we're way more healthy on both sides of the ball. Obviously, Zay Flowers would be a big miss, but we should still be able to win that game without Zay. So this would definitely be the biggest loss Lamar Jackson's career, period. Like point blank, period. I'm just having a hard time deciding which loss will hurt more out of these three teams because like Ravens, Bills, Eagles, and I'm just looking at it from another lens. Like the Ravens or Bills lose, like what do you think? Do you think it's the same type of effect? If the Bills, Eagles lose, leave the Eagles alone.
No.
Ravens and Bills lose, is it the same type of effect, or you feel like it's bigger for one team?
If it's I feel
think
like
it's
it's bigger for
bigger.
the Ravens.
I think it's big. Well, I don't think it's just bigger for the Ravens. I think
Yeah.
it's
I think it's bigger
big
because
for the Ravens and the Bills, both.
I think it's
I think
bigger for the Ravens
So it's
because of
equivalent
the
for you.
fact that
Yeah.
before the
It's
season,
it's
before
equivalent
the
for me
season
too.
started, we already kind of had an expectation of this Bills team looking a little bit shaky in the sense of how many to
But
even be
things
the
change,
second.
expectations change though. You
I
can't keep going
understand
back.
that, but when you're going based off of expectations of what you thought was gonna happen and what actually happened, obviously your expectations change. But coming into the season, you already established as a Raven, even you as a fan, bro. You gotta admit, like we got Derrick Henry. Like it's Super Bowl now. Like if y'all lose, I think if
Y'all
both
gotta
teams
keep
lose,
those
regardless.
expectation things to yourselves
Yeah,
because
so
I expected the Bills to win that division, which means I expected them to be here.
But did you
Because
expect
I
them to
mean,
be the second seed and win
I
13 games?
knew it could
Yeah, he's
go
fair.
but my
Not.
thing is I knew it could go anyway in the AFC with the three quarterbacks in the AFC with
I
Mahomes,
understand that, but then you
Josh.
look at
Okay,
you look at the supporting cast, and the biggest emphasis before the season started
y'all
was
sit
he
here and do that
lost Gabe
supporting cast
Davis, he lost
bullshit.
Stephon
I
Diggs.
don't do that. Again, that's why I
I
said y'all
understand
gotta
Ari,
that about
keep them
Ari,
context
right
speaking.
though.
I'm
expectations
just
Ari,
things
but
speaking
to
hold
in the
on, hold
general
on.
yourselves.
But Ari,
consensus.
to what
I'm not
he's saying though, I
necessarily
think the
speaking
general
about you.
thing people did expect the Ravens and Chiefs to be the top two
so
teams.
here's
But my
here's the
thing is, but what I was gonna say was even if you expect the Ravens and the Chiefs to be the top team, that doesn't mean that you were. I'm gonna tell you right now. Say the Bills were like the fourth seed, right? And Josh wasn't having as good as a season that he's having right now, but was having a Josh Allen type of season, right?
Mhm.
You telling me that people would get in the playoffs and expect and have the Ravens and the Chiefs above the Bills? No, they would say well, they got Josh Allen. Well, Josh, Josh in the
Um,
playoffs and
I
everything. The
I
expectations of
push
them to
back
be in
on
the
that.
playoffs would
You have
still
to
be what it
understand they
is.
literally got a generational bag.
So
Like you got a player that
But you
the
were
whole
you
thing
were
was
you
it's
were
gonna help
missing
Lamar
my
and Lamar's
point
not gonna
about
help
the
his
fact
stride.
that people would still have the Bills in it. That's what
I
you're missing.
understand that, but you have to
so
also take into
no,
account
no.
the talent disparity.
Here's the thing. That doesn't matter because they're
Yo.
not facing the Ravens or the Chiefs. They're facing the Denver Broncos with a rookie quarterback. We're not about to do no. Like if you are the MVP of the league or you're on track to win the MVP, no, you cannot take a loss to a rookie quarterback in your crib on wild card weekend. Absolutely. Like wild card weekend is typically a weekend that Josh Allen dominates. And he's expected to go out there, dominate, and there's
And then
expected to
also the
OG, you a
point that
clown.
needed the point and the reason why Ev actually really liked your question is because the reason why I separated because you said the Ravens, the Eagles are the Bills, correct?
Yeah, and I said let's
Like
leave
which
it
one
there.
would be? And I said the Ravens and the Bills are equal for a
yeah.
specific reason, and that's because if the Ravens and or the Bills lose this first week, wild card weekend, the commentary on them would not just be about just this year. It would be about both quarterbacks' tenures as quarterbacks of their teams. It would be a part of a larger conversation of saying that no matter how good Lamar or Josh play, their teams can't get it done. That would be the overarching conversation. And then it would be an additive about the fact that both of them are playing the best football of their lives this season, right? That's why for me it would mean more if both of those teams lost because Lamar and Josh aren't just playing to, finally beat Patrick Mahomes and get to the Super Bowl and everything. They're playing a legacy conversation of are these guys that can get it done when it needs to be done? Like when it all comes down to it, fuck what you do in the regular season. Can you get it done? And to lose to a team that's not led by Patrick Mahomes makes it even worse. Because if you lose to Pat, the conversation is still there, but it's like, oh, well, he's just Patrick Mahomes. And that just continues to elevate him as Pat and the Chiefs as the Chiefs and outs and and it becomes like a outlier thing, almost like a Brady thing. Well, they lost to Brady. It's not like they lost to just anybody. If you lose to the Steelers, if you lose to the Broncos, that becomes like an extra mark on the resume of them not getting it done because what people are looking for them ultimately to do is to get it done. And if they don't, especially in this manner, losing to these teams, that's why I feel like it will be worse because it'll be a larger legacy conversation about both of these quarterbacks in a way that I don't feel like it'll be about Hurts in the way that I don't feel like it'll be, quite frankly, about any other quarterback
Now,
that's left in the playoffs.
what I will say, I think though, if Hurts does play, I personally put the Eagles in this mold as well for a different reason. You rested Saquon and you rested the starters because of this run. You essentially said Saquon, the record, no, we got bigger things in
Yeah, that
in
would be
mind.
crazy. That
Yeah.
would be
Like if you sacrifice the record to lose your first playoff game, not
yeah, that's insane.
that's crazy to me. And obviously the Eagles, like the team that they've built, how good they've been on both sides of the ball all year. Like you can make the argument that they're the best team in the sport, and you go out wild card week. Yeah, like I think that is.
I mean, if they look, I hear you with that. It would
Not
mean,
not for the reasoning.
yeah,
I
that's what I'm about
agree,
to
No, I was
not
about
say.
to
for
say
Yeah,
I
the
don't
like
like the
I
reasoning.
don't care
You
about
don't.
that record in this
Mm-mm.
conversation because it's he obviously he will lament it, but like you still make the same if they face with the same decision again next year. You do the same thing. I think you do the exact same thing in my opinion. So
I just think it looks worse. It's like you
sure,
have
it
no record
looks,
and no playoff win,
but
Nah,
right?
I
I
Like
think
couldn't
it
disagree
looks
with
worse
that.
because you
good
added to your
organizations,
I don't think
team.
it looks
championship
worse.
organizations shouldn't worry about optics.
All right,
And on
I
top
want.
of that, given the fact that Hurts, like after his injury, I think Sirianni and the entire organization can always lean on. Look, right before the playoffs, our starting quarterback got hurt. Even if
Hmm.
he's available for that game, he got hurt and he was in concussion protocol leading up to whatever day they play this week. If I'm the Eagles, like we are very secure in the decision we made to to sit Saquon. I think if Hurts plays, they're the answer. I think it's the Eagles. It would be I think they have the most to lose from losing. And I think that that's the like of all these matchups, even with the Steelers not closing the season well, I think the Steelers again rivalries are just different, man, and in divisional things are just different. Bruh, if the Eagles go out there with Hurts and they lose to the fucking Packers, oh my God, that's just an awful loss. I'm sorry, bruh. There's no other way to slice it, man. I think that it would be a terrible, terrible, terrible look for them. Terrible. Worse than anybody else, even with the Vikings, because everybody in here said the Vikings are on the Eagles tier, or most people in here. I won't say everybody. So you're telling me the one of the teams that's on the top tier in the league lost to the Packers, who I mean, are we still like holding out bullshit hope for the Packers being in
People
a tier
do.
that they clearly don't belong in?
Yeah.
I think people do, and I think that honestly will give the Eagles cover. Quite frankly, I think the Eagles have some built-in excuses. A lot of people still do believe in the Packers. A lot of people still do believe that Jordan Love is, a top 10 quarterback, a top 5 quarterback in the NFC, and Josh Jacobs is having a good season this year. And I think people, though I think the Eagles do have Super Bowl expectations and there will be a level of disappointment, I don't think in the way that people look at the Packers, I don't think people will look at it. It'll be a bad loss, but I don't think people will look at it as like that bad of a loss, honestly. I don't. Even though if you parse it down, you're kind of like, and I think that all has to go with Wes, how you view the Packers. Because if you're not high on the Packers, or if you're like the Packers are good, but they're not on the fucking Eagles tier, then yes, like it should feel like if the Bills lost to the Broncos, right? It should feel like that, honestly. But I don't think people look at them that way. I think people do
That's good,
are
right?
high on the Packers, and so therefore I don't think it'll. I don't think the fallout of that loss will be bad, but I think it will be disappointing, especially if obviously if Jalen. You have to take into account Jalen playing, um, and them losing.
I wanted to follow up with you, Wes, and also I didn't hear Jordan Woods either. What's your thoughts on the other thing that me, Ari, and Joe were just discussing? As far as is it equivalent or is it worse for one of the teams to go out in a wild card, Ravens and or Bills?
Where you say it again? I couldn't hear the last part.
Like, is it equivalent to you or is it worse for one of the others? Basically Ravens or Bills if they go out. Like I want to leave the Eagles alone from it real quick. I just want to focus on
I
Ravens
got
and the
the
Bills.
I got the Ravens slightly being worse just because I think the perception, I think everything that Ari said between the two, while she would say that it's the same is correct. I would give it slightly more to the Ravens because there's a perception that Lamar has more of a tendency to underperform in the playoffs than Josh does. So if he goes out and they lose and he underperforms, I mean, a lot of people think Josh is really living off that one game against Kansas City. People disagree with that. I don't know where I stand on that personally. I have to really think about that. But they go out and lose. He plays not to the level he's been playing all season. He doesn't really have individually, at least, his any performances to fall back on, and him being the main guy in the organization, obviously the leader of the team, the main guy in the organization. I think that's just gonna feed more into that perception. It would be probably just as bad from a team perspective for the Bills, but that Lamar, the little added Lamar element of people not thinking he's had a playoff game to his standard of regular season standard, I think tips it a little bit in the Ravens' favor for me.
Can I add something like to piggyback what on Jordan is saying? Like I was with Ari in the sense of like equalness, but then she started to talk about we're gonna start talking about their careers overall, and then as of right now, you can't deny like just looking at the resume, Lamar has a better career. I mean, he has the MVPs, he has XYZ accolades attached to his resume or whatnot. So I think and given what Jordan said, his also playoff diminishes. I feel like 100%. Even if the Bills lose to a rookie quarterback in Bo Nix, the notion is still going to be like, look at the roster, look at what Josh, he had an amazing season, but it could only be so much because of the players that he didn't have a back that didn't rush for 1,000 yards or a wide receiver
Yes,
either.
he
So
did. Yes, he
They're
did.
not
That's
saying
false.
that.
like
One that's false. Hold on. For the platform's sake, we're not gonna lie. James Cook rushed for 1,000 yards this year.
1,000
That's
and
number
some
one.
change, but if you're talking
You
about
said that he
You
didn't
said
have
he
a back
didn't
that
do it.
rushed for 1,000. He did. So James Cook rushed for 1,000 yards, and he only had 207 carries this year. Like James Cook, the way people speak on him as a weapon is egregious. He tied the league lead for rushing touchdowns this year, if I'm not mistaken. He had 16. He was tied with Henry. And then on top of that, he had 207 carries. Like James Cook is really, really good.
my
I'm
brother, he
tired of people
finished the
pushing that.
season with 1,009 yards, and how many yards came on the last game of the
He's
season?
It
also
don't matter.
second in running
It's not
back
about what you
touchdowns,
said, Joe.
though.
It's about what you said, Joe. You said he didn't have 1,000 yards.
Isn't he also
Okay, I'm
second in
sorry.
running back
That was a
touchdowns?
mistake of mine.
Yeah,
But
Touchdowns, period.
regardless, though,
Touchdowns,
like
yeah,
period.
he's
In
he's
touchdowns,
second in touchdowns,
period.
period.
Yeah, like what
Yeah,
are we
like
doing?
people are gonna stop lying about James Cook. He's a good player. And that is a real weapon that Josh Allen has. Now to touch on or
who's a
to
better
answer the
running
question
back,
that
James Cook or
Oh
Derrick
my
Henry,
God!
bro?
oh
Like,
We're
my
not. That's
God,
corny, bro.
like
That is
you have
corny.
to
I'm not
add
gonna do
context
that.
of the
No,
Just
level
you
that
don't
because
have
Josh
to
he's
say
Allen
not
that,
is running
bro.
fucking,
to, though.
just because he's not fucking Derrick Henry doesn't mean he's not a good fucking weapon. Don't be fucking disingenuous. That's annoying.
I'm not saying he's a good weapon. I'm saying comparing to
if
the
I'm gonna answer
talent.
when he's
But
done.
who needs to
All right,
compare him though?
That's why I'm
Respectfully, I'm
saying
muted
people
before you
would.
ask that
I'm just
question.
speaking on the conversation that people would
So
have given the case. They would start
let me get
pointing
this
out
clear.
those things.
Unless he's the number one running back in the league, which people would say is questionable, debatable. Unless he has the number one running back in the league, he ain't got no weapons. That's what the fuck we gonna do? Because that's what you're doing, by the way, by comparing him to Derrick Henry and saying, well, he's not Derrick Henry. Well, who the fuck gives a fuck? He's still a good fucking running
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Okay, Ari, but based on what I'm saying is the conversation would hurt more Lamar because people would argue of the things
That's
that I'm
not why the
saying right
combo
now
will
in
hurt
terms of
Lamar. The combo
their
and the
roster
only way that
construction.
combo hurts Lamar is if y'all continue to be fucking disingenuous about the help that Josh Allen does fucking have. Okay, he doesn't have a star wide receiver. He has a really good fucking tight end in Dalton Kincaid. He has a really fucking good O line. He has a really fucking good running back, and he also doesn't have a terrible fucking defense. But everybody want to act like he out there playing with me and fucking y'all out there. He has help. And that's the only way the conversation would be bad for Lamar is if y'all continue to be fucking disingenuous. So stop doing it. It's annoying.
It's not insane, bro, because he has more help given of the skill set that those players he has around him are better at an execution level. Like when we're talking about like just talented, there's not a wide receiver that is at least at the same level that Zay Flowers played at in the fucking run in the wide receiver room
Okay.
that the Bills have.
They
Like
had
like
Amari
Okay.
Cooper on
Yeah.
that
Amari
line.
Cooper
So
doesn't
so
Amari
exist.
Cooper
Okay.
was on that line.
if
I
I
said
may,
Amari Cooper.
Let-
I said it the whole season, and I said given at the level that they played the whole
I think y'all
season,
should
Amari
talk
Cooper got
about
in
You
traded
said
what
in
so
the
the
room, first
so
off.
let
if I
let
what
what's
the
may,
what's
if I
conversation
may,
should be versus what the conversation will be. Go ahead, Wes.
right. And again, I think you make some valid points. I think most of them are just talking points though and narrative based, narrative driven. But again, I think you make some valid points. I do think Lamar has more help. I don't think that means that Josh Allen doesn't have any help. And that's what Ari is getting to. And I think most of the people on the
I'm
stage
not
are
denying that, my
hinting at
brother. I
hold
agree
on, my
with you
bro,
100%. I'm just saying that
bro.
will be the overall
Come on, bro.
perspective as to why people will say that the Ravens loss is more impactful. I'm not disagreeing with nothing that you're saying right now. I understand that.
Brother,
But
they are
I'm saying
facing
in
Okay.
with
terms of
Denver
Hey,
more
Broncos.
impactful,
let him
with
let
the
him get his
things that
thoughts
Ev
out,
was
Joe.
asking,
No, we heard you. Let him get his thoughts out, Joe. Let him get his thoughts out real quick.
so when it comes to the question that Ev is proposing, I think that me personally, I still think it's Josh. Now, I will say this. I think the way it will go, it will be Lamar. He'll be held more accountable and he'll be ridiculed more. If both of them lose, Lamar's head will be literally like the not Hunger Games, but what's that show on HBO? The old
Game of
shit,
Thrones.
Game of Thrones. It'll be, hey, we done put his head on that little stick outside the castle, and we showing everybody this is what happens when you don't perform in the playoffs. Yeah, I think that will be the way it's talked about in the narrative. But I do think that if the Bills lose, I think it's a worse loss. Although I believe in my squad, I am a Broncos fan, but I think that if the Bills were to come out and lose to us, the rookie quarterback being a thing, the fact that the weapons at Bo Nix's disposal being much worse than the weapons that Josh Allen has at his disposal, and the fact that if we win that game, I think it's about how we could win. If we win that game, it's because our defense shuts them down. We're not. I don't think we win that game putting up 35 points on a barn burner. I think if we win that game, our defense comes out and we shut the Bills down. And I think that'll be more damning than a potential Steelers game because I truly, even if the Steelers win, I don't think they win by shutting Lamar out. I think it could be a special teams thing. I think it
Hmm.
could be a controlling time of possession. I think it's a lot of different things that they could do and like avenues to get a W in that game. And also knowing that it's a divisional rival. I look at it differently than if we were to go beat the Bills. I think our defense will just completely have to control that game, and I think that'll be more damning. But that's it.
I would. I guess I'd just say that I don't think. I mean, I think the Steelers would have to do the same thing, similarly, like defensively, to because their offense is. I think, respectfully, out of the 14 teams in this tournament, the Steelers, I would pretty confidently say, have the worst offense of the four of everybody. And I mean, worst offense and probably the worst quarterback play even going into it. So like I do get the special teams thing, like maybe they get a turnover on special teams. Um Controlling the clock, I mean, I guess it would be how. Like they don't run well. They don't well throw well really, but I guess it would be the same. It'd be kind of the same for me because I like the whole Josh Allen help, but like it's the Denver Bron. It's Denver in terms of like you have enough to beat Denver, and yeah, like that's to me what it comes down to. Like Buffalo, you should not lose. Baltimore, you should not lose. Phil, like all three of them, you just should not lose. Philly, like you just should not lose. And I think that's just what it comes down to me. Like you lose, most likely is because your quarterback didn't play to the level he needed to, and we deal with that accordingly. I don't think it's really any one more than the other. Like it's just you lose. May not the media thing. They may do it with Lamar maybe more because it's like, oh well, two MVPs, you know, maybe a third. So they'll probably do it with Lamar more. But I think it's all pretty equal to me though.
I think it's a good combo. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
that's
lie to
fair.
you. Yeah, I think it's a good
I think
combo.
you made good points as well, Ari. I was
Oh,
busy
thanks.
when you made your comments after I spoke, but I think you made really good points about the Eagles and Packers.
Yeah. I mean, none of these three teams, again, I'm assuming the Eagles with Jalen, none of these three teams should lose. None of them, quite
Yep.
frankly. I think the Eagles game could be a closer game just because if Jordan Love is playing well, then like we know that, and Josh Jacobs is playing well, then we know that offense can be dynamic, more dynamic than you could say. You would say that the Broncos or the Steelers offenses could be, right? But like still, if
True
Jalen's
that.
playing, I'm choosing the Eagles. So
Yeah.
none of these three teams should lose. I don't think Jalen would get the same level of scrutiny that Josh and Lamar would get. And I also, though I disagree, I
Agree.
also do understand. And Jordan Woods, because both Jordans are up here, made a specific point after I had initially said what I said when he said it is because Lamar has the perception of underperforming more in the playoffs than Josh does. And I think that was a good point because there is a perception that Lamar has had, I guess you could say, quote unquote, playoff dropper performances, and people they say that Josh hasn't, but go look at their Bengals game. But they say that Josh hasn't or doesn't have as many, and so I do think that would be like an extra thing. Even though I think ultimately, with the level of which with the level of where they're both playing right now, it would still be bad. And also, nobody fucking expected the Broncos to be here. Like, nobody at all expected Denver to be here
I
with
did.
Bo Nix. Who said I did?
Was that BJ? Or I think that was Wes.
Yeah, somebody please tell me who said
I
that.
think that was BJ. I think that was
That had to
BJ.
be BJ.
I don't want to say he's lying, but I think he's lying. I'm not saying he's
He is
lying.
You damn right I'm lying.
Oh, yeah, but I think it was a good conversation. Honestly, it was a good opening hour to the show today. Just looking at the bracket, looking at some questions, just looking at the other side of things versus coming here and saying, "Oh yeah, well all the favorites are going to win." Because I think we all expect, as I'm looking, I think we all predict the favorites to win. Although I have the Commanders winning, I think everybody
Wait,
else.
Ev, can I ask a follow up question?
Yeah, you good?
I got the Commanders winning too.
If
Yes, sir.
there, well,
Yes,
I
sir.
think I might have just answered my question, but
Yes,
if
sir.
there was an upset, who do you think it would be?
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like
Like, who do you think is more likely?
one
Like, who
dog
do you
gotta
think is more
win, bro.
likely to be upset? And like,
One dog gotta win, bro.
More
Oh yeah,
likely to be.
it's
like
the
if you had to
Bucks.
choose
Yeah,
one, like
yeah,
which one do you think
yeah.
is
That's
more
easy. It's
likely?
gonna be the Bucks for me. 1,000%. Like it's gonna be the Bucks. Like what? 1,000%.
Hello.
What's good with you, bro? I think the Commanders are
Good
playing good football.
afternoon, gang.
They've been
What's
playing
up,
good
big bro?
football all
Good
year.
afternoon, brother.
Z-Fall, my brother. What's the word?
I
Zig
got two
Marcus.
upsets.
Is that Zig? Is that Zig? From Twitch yesterday. Or my boy
And see,
Zig.
Y'all already made y'all selections, Ev?
Not yet.
It
We
was a
didn't do
couple of.
power rankings, but we spoke on the games.
We doing power
Mm-hmm.
rankings?
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
we're
we have.
ranking the
That's in the
playoff teams.
title.
Oh,
Yeah.
ranking playoff teams. Okay. I think we have
bro,
two
but my
upsets this
thing
weekend. By
about
the
that
way,
Zig
game,
bet.
the Bucks got them. The Bucks got them earlier in the year, but that was granted. That was the first game of the season, first
He
game
could,
for
or
JD
that's just
Fad.
me.
Now JD Fad got a little bit more experience under his belt. That game could look a lot different, bro. Sunday night, that game could look a lot
Yeah, you
different.
don't think the Bucks are
has
better than they were the week one too?
Lo,
has
he's
the
responding to
defense
my question
Nah,
about upsets. Like,
has
which upset do you think is more likely to happen?
Make
Like,
sure y'all
which
like,
honestly
team do you
Yeah,
think
I
is
would
more
take.
likely to get
subscribe.
upset?
Okay, yeah,
like
I will
then
take that one.
they
Make sure
picked
y'all
up
Yeah.
subscribe if you're not subscribed
Lattimore.
already.
Centerfield been
Likely to
playing
happen?
Ari too.
Yeah, I'd go Commanders Bucks.
I was about to say you.
I
I
keep it a
actually
bean
can
though.
say
Listen, this gonna
I
sound
think it's the
crazy. Go ahead.
I actually think it's the I think that's one, but to be different because I would choose that one, the Bucks and the Commanders. I actually think the other one is I think the Texans could beat the Chargers.
Mhm.
I
Is
think
that
that
really an
could happen.
upset?
Wait. When
Yes,
I
when
because
don't.
the Chargers are
It's
favored.
crazy. Is it crazy? It
The
may
Chargers are the
sound
Yeah,
favorite.
Chargers are
that's
-2.5.
the most
What the
common
fuck?
game out of like the most level game out of all of these games. It's like if the
I think it's
Chargers
equal
win,
to.
damn. If the Texans win,
I think
damn. It's
Chargers and
like
Texans really a pick 'em. I ain't gonna lie. Chargers
yeah,
being -2.5 is crazy to me in that one.
Y'all
I
gonna
feel
And
think
like
I'm
they're
the
in
Chargers.
crazy for
Houston.
saying this.
That's
Yeah,
what
they're
really
in
I'm like, oh
Houston.
y'all feeling the type of way. Y'all actually
Y'all
don't feel
gonna
high on
think
the
I'm
Texans,
crazy for
which
saying this, but
I haven't been high on the Texans with.
I think that's the second most confident I
Oh
am in a
really?
game. Yeah, I think if Hurts plays, I'm the most bullish on the Eagles winning, and then the second team is the Chargers. I think the Chargers beat the shit out of
Yeah, me
Texans.
too.
Even if the score doesn't reflect it,
Yeah,
I
Mm.
think they beat the shit out of
me
Texas.
too.
Texans been
I
looking
don't think
bad.
I don't think the
I think the
Texans
game
can
should
probably
be a
pull it
pick 'em,
off.
but I think my personal opinion agrees with Wes. I think they're gonna beat the shit out of them.
And I
Yeah,
ain't gonna hold you. This is not even like I don't think this is likely, right? But I think this is like a dark horse situation. I think that Steelers Ravens could go a certain way.
I also take it as like how I choose that though is if both teams are playing to the best of their abilities. Like that's how I'm looking at it. Like if all of the teams show up and they play their best brand of football, damn, wait, no, never mind. Yeah, no, yeah. If both teams still play their best brand of football, because I just thought the
How y'all
Chargers high
feel?
level football is really fucking good. But I also think, though we haven't seen it, the Texans have the ability, we haven't seen it this season, to play a really high brand of high level of football.
if
How y'all
Dell
feel about
if Tank
that
Dell didn't
Rams
get hurt,
Vikings
I'd
matchup?
agree.
What'd you guys say, Lo?
How y'all feel about that Rams Vikings matchup?
That's the pick 'em to me, but I don't. I would go with the Vikings.
Minnesota
I think
minus
people are a little too.
1.5.
I think
Minnesota
people are a
minus.
little too high on the Rams, in my opinion.
That's the game where I want to pick the Rams, to be honest.
Yeah,
From right now, my only upset I'm picking the Commanders. And Rams right because I'm just chilling, wait a little bit as to get closer. But I think
I'm
Rams
rocking
might win
Big
that game.
Skull as
that
I
right.
as I
But
have
the
all year.
Rams only the Vikings being minus 1.5 at home is crazy to me. Well,
Nah,
no,
the
they're not even
Rams
at
are
No,
home.
they're in
They're not
LA.
at home.
They're in
Yeah,
LA.
Damn.
so that's fair.
The
It's
Rams did
reasonable.
win the last matchup, and that's what a lot of people are going back to. But like this Rams as a Puka Nakua fantasy owner, this Rams offense has not been that. Also, as a Kyrie Williams fantasy owner since the
Well,
Bills
we
came.
were just going off the odds, Z Farm, like the
Yeah.
spreads.
This is
But I don't think it's an
somebody.
upset either. I think if the Commanders win, I actually think if the Bucks win, it's an upset.
Okay,
Personally,
Jaja said beat
You
this
think
shit.
so?
It's true.
What?
yeah, because I
Jaja,
think the Commanders are just
Better.
better.
Hold on.
Okay,
did
then
Jaja say?
That's
What did
upset
Jaja
the
say?
Bucks
Ev?
won?
I think you just
Jaja
took it down.
said he said West
Beat the
said
shit
he
is
think they
trolling.
beat this shit out. He think this
Right.
shit
I
is
just
trolling.
Okay,
saw
does he
Yeah,
prefer
I,
beat
Bucks
I added
team.
What do you
context to that.
prefer? What do you prefer? Beat the
I,
fuck? Is
No,
that
no, no.
better
I
or?
get you. I know. No, I'm getting what you're saying though. But like, you
it's
like
funny,
when
bro.
I
certain
just
teams
Like
get
saw
to
a
the
Bucks team in a
playoffs.
must-win game let their
Say it,
offense
bro.
let their defense get
Bro, I
carved
know
by
y'all
Spencer
hear each
Rattler,
other, bro.
dude.
Y'all gotta relax.
I know. I get what you're saying, but it's also like you got to look at that Commanders defense too. Like that defense is
I
giving up
know.
too. So that's why I say it's gonna be like a high scoring game. Like that
It
defense
should
has
be.
Yeah,
been.
Baker gonna have a field day on that defense.
You
Like
hope.
that
Baker
defense
has
has
I
been
been
don't
doing some
know.
going.
dumb shit lately. I
Baker's a
promise y'all,
tender.
bruh.
See, Baker
That's
is
Baker though. He always do that shit.
he's high risk, high reward type. Like he gonna throw some touchdowns, but he gonna give
He'll
you
throw
the
you one.
opportunity
And
for
then
like
also
2
something
games.
also to look at because I saw it and I didn't realize it was that bad. They are a heavily penalized offense.
The Bucks
The
are.
Bucks, yes, their offense had I want to say 13 penalties in our game. Just their offense had that took them out of so many
Oh wow,
drives that
that's
set them
awful.
back. They have a penalized
That's
offense.
some Cleveland Brown
Is
shit.
that false
Yikes.
starts or holding?
Mhm. It's no. This is false starts holding. Whatchamacallit,
Illegal shifts,
illegal
illegal
shifts,
motion.
most like it's just dumb shit. Like it's not like the ineligible man downfield bullshit where it's easy to get that. No, this is like pre-snap process, just dumbass shit. Like y'all need to go back and listen to Tom Brady on that call because he called our game and he sounded he was like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" Like I think if he could have cussed, he would have said, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" Because they just had so many. They would get 15 yards. Oh, penalty, holding. Oh, false start.
Oh, I
Oh,
remember
illegal shift.
when McMillan had that big 4th and 8 catch, and then
Yeah,
they had
like
a 15-yard penalty on the
dumb
celebration.
shit. OPI, just dumb. You're just like, what the fuck are y'all doing, dude? So like they are a penalized. They can't be a penalized offense. Will it happen in the playoffs? I don't know, but they can get themselves in trouble a lot.
If you hear y'all, make sure y'all liking the video. Make sure y'all liking the video. And if you're not subscribed to the platform, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Fact and Stats is a daily sports show Monday through Friday. Somebody got an echo. Fact and Stats is a daily sports show Monday through Friday. So make sure y'all tell a friend about Fact and Stats. Platform for anybody to come on stage and speak their mind. But if you say something outrageous, you will get pushed back. Any other questions or comments on the NFL playoff bracket? We do got these playoff teams to
No, you
rank.
won't. No, you won't.
We do got these playoff teams to rank.
There was a guy named Los who came in. Shout out to Los. Hopefully he joins the stage.
Again, that
no
was not the
pushback
show.
whatsoever.
That was
No
not the
pushback
show.
whatsoever.
That was not the show.
That was definitely
No,
Facts
it was
and Stats.
not. No, it
Facts and
was not.
Stats
It was not the show.
hosting
It
that
was
playback.
not the show.
You were in
Facts
there.
and Stats were
Absolutely
cooling. We were
was.
cooling with open vibes and just
What did he say that was so outrageous?
He said Mike Conley
It was
on the
just it was
Thunder
a Russ
would
it
have
was
won
a
a
Russell
championship.
Westbrook thing, bro.
it was a Russ thing, bro. So,
No,
Let
definitely said Mike
Why you
Conley
taking it
on
to
the
the show
Thunder
though?
would have
Like,
been
why are we
better
having
than
that
Let
Russ.
me answer that.
bro?
I'm just letting the people know. It's quick. We can finish it.
Boom, 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 boom.
You're a
Soundboard is on the way this
I
week.
know that
Soundboard
wasn't
is on the way this
intentional,
week. Soundboard is
but
on the way this
damn,
week.
you're a troll.
Boom, 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 boom. No, that was not intentional. Soundboard is on the way this week. Shout out to B Young.
Oh,
My
this
boy
is
just
what the
became
boom boom booms look like from up here.
my man just became a member. Appreciate you, Birdie. We even haven't said in the cut. We haven't said in the cut. Shout out to the members, y'all spamming the boom, boom, boom.
But
We
boom
haven't said
boom
in the
boom.
cut. Shout out to B Young. Welcome to the team, brother. I greatly appreciate you for supporting the platform. Greatly appreciate everybody that's a member for extending
So
y'all
it
support for the
was.
platform.
So
Thank
it
you
was
so much,
Mike
bro.
Conley and what? Mike Conley.
Truly means a
So,
lot. Truly means a
Bruh,
lot.
so
Heavenson, I'm
Lowe's
not gonna
said
lie,
that.
Heavenson,
All
we
right,
got
bro.
beef.
BJ,
Man.
bruh.
They
I'm not
trying
gonna
to
lie.
flex so we don't have to talk about
I
it.
wouldn't do that on
But
purpose, by the way.
quickly, it said Mike Conley in place of Russ. If he replaced Russ on the Thunder in the KD era, but specifically 2016, that we win a championship that season.
No.
Yeah, but cool.
Anyway,
All
yeah.
right, cool.
Anyway,
Well,
It's
I'm glad he got that out.
Okay.
He probably feel a little better
Said
now.
no.
No, he asked, and I was just answering his question.
All right. By the way, that was not during the show, right? It was literally just the playback room being live. Literally.
No,
Wager to
it was
become
like kind of during the show.
It wasn't during the show.
nigga
If I'm not
just said
if I'm not
that.
sitting
It
and
wasn't a
hosting and
YouTube
talking,
show, but y'all were definitely
no,
talking
if I'm not
basketball.
sitting and hosting in the playback, or I'm not telling Wes or Heaven saying, yo, can y'all take over? Can y'all do this? It's not a show, in my opinion. It was just open
So when
vibe.
11-10 leads NBA recaps,
Wait,
that's not the show.
okay, I forgot to say 11.
And we were having an
Okay.
NBA
But
recap.
that moment was not the show though.
He-
Yeah, we
he's
were
not
having a
being
recap.
honest, bro.
We were having
He's
the
not being
recap,
honest, bro.
and then
It is
y'all
what
took
it
it elsewhere, and then I left it alone. And then Los came
Not
up.
y'all,
And
not y'all.
Oh, we were
whatever.
watching
It's getting
Tez.
dragged.
Never mind.
It's getting dragged,
So the
bro.
We were
debate
watching
Yo,
was
Wager, you
Tez.
gotta
That was
click the
okay.
description.
Oh, yeah,
Click
we
the
were
description
Allen
on
and
this video.
Iverson
It's going to say
first
become a
round.
member. Click the description on this video, Wager, and it's going to say become a member. And then you can join. You can do it directly from your phone. 3 different levels you can join as. I don't really matter what level you join as. This is one thing to extend your support mean a lot for me. Yeah, exactly, Q Sam. It was playback, but we was BSing beforehand. That's all it was. But I mean, I feel how West.
And Lord,
West feel, though.
just join the platform. Join the
Oh, Heaven
platform.
says right. I forgot. We were watching Tez
You were
play
watching
basketball.
Tez,
Wes.
yeah. We were watching
What?
Tez.
Bro, what are you talking about? We started it reviewing basketball. Like you
Yes.
are the one
Yes,
thing you
but
niggas do. Hold on, stop. I don't need help. One thing you niggas doing here is lie. And you lie, you frame things like to only fit the narrative of what you're speaking to for conversations. We were reviewing games. Tez was going to play at a certain time. I sent the link to you to put it up. When his game started, we put the link up, and we may have been done. I'm not saying anyone is wrong if they say, well, we had wrapped up reviewing games at that point, but we were reviewing games. Russ was a part of the fucking conversation and how well he had been playing. We had a conversation about it. Some things bled elsewhere, and Los, when he joined the stage, he made a comment about Curry. We had that conversation about Norm. We and mind you, did you not start a poll for that?
Hold on, Jordan Wilson. Let me respond when he responds.
I'm asking, did you start a poll?
I don't recall, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I legit don't recall.
No, I'm not being funny either. I was genuinely asking.
So for anybody, in my opinion, like this is what happened. We went to playback around 150. Wes definitely texted me a link around 12:01. It totally slipped my mind to even put the game on the screen. So whoever put the game on the screen, shout out, because it wasn't me. I think it was Shaggy. Or probably was Wes. I don't know. But they put the game on the screen. Once the game came on the screen, 11-10, and many other people typed in the chat, yo, are we going to review the game? So I said, nah, we watching Tez game. Because when I like to review games or / host the show and playback, I want to put the games on the screen. I want to put the highlights on the screen. So since then, we pivoted to Tez game and open talk. So it was not a show. It was just open talk. And then that's when the conversation came in. But it here or there, bro. That's just, we don't got to make a big deal.
Yeah, it is what it is. Regardless, join the platforms. Great platform to be a part of. And depending on what you say and who you say it about, you will not get pushback. Depending on who you're talking about and what the nature of your comments are, you won't get pushback, and that's just part of it. But that's what makes Facts and Stats so great, man. A part of what.
But
makes
also
it so great.
be mindful of what you say about certain players, because you say certain things about certain players, you will get a lot of pushback. A lot.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Be careful. Don't say the wrong thing about Tyler Hero. Don't speak poorly about Tyler Hero.
Watch what you say about
Don't say the wrong thing about Devin
now.
Booker. For sure. Don't say the wrong thing about Tyler Hero and Devin Booker, man.
Don't forget Luka. Don't
say the
forget
wrong thing about
Luka.
Luka or Anthony Edwards.
Don't forget
This
Luka.
community, don't say the wrong thing about Uno. This community, they fuck with Uno, they fuck with Ant, they fuck with Tyler Hero. Well, not the community doesn't, but the host fucks with Tyler Hero.
I'm telling you,
Everybody
man,
from
that's crazy.
Kentucky for real. But you
I'm
can
crazy
shit on
though.
Shay in
I'm
this
crazy.
community. It's really
No,
weird
that's
how
not
this
true.
community works.
That's not true.
You can't
That's
shit on
true.
Shay in this community. You
Who
gonna lie?
shits on Shay in this community?
But
A lot of
Hey,
people
hey,
shit
what's
on
the next
Shay in this
topic,
community.
bro?
What are you
What's
talking
the next
about?
topic, bro?
Whatever Shaggy and or I don't even know Shaggy and or Heaven Sent whoever else with that
Hey,
He
little
he's
doing that
joshing
thing again.
around.
that little
Hey,
ant club. I'm not going back and forth with the ant club.
all the
Like, I'm not doing
listeners,
that.
he's joshing around. He's just joshing
No, I'm
around.
not going back and forth with the
This is
ant club.
great, Ed.
It's
Just
that
joshing
simple.
around.
That ant club, I'm not going back and forth
Crying.
with them, bro.
but I ain't gonna hold
Respectfully.
you. If you like, you know damn well niggas be talking down on Shay.
Talking about his foul
Bruh.
baiting. Okay, he do that. I'm not gonna lie about
That's
it.
not
Like,
what all they talk
what you
about, Ev.
what you want me to
Ooh,
do?
it's okay.
What do they do? Oh, but tell me what they talk about right now. What are they talking
It's
about?
okay.
What are
It's
they talking
okay.
about?
We'll
What do they
get to
talk
the
about?
basketball part soon.
Don't we need to rank the playoff teams?
Right.
Absolutely, Ari. We
Come
definitely
on, let's
need to
do
do
that.
that, man.
They don't like honest conversations. Yo, Wingy, did you find it out?
Because
Yo,
you
Wingy,
lie.
do you still need help, Wager? Or are you good? Also, anybody else, y'all, on top of BM becoming a member, I don't even know if I said this after you became one, which I'm supposed to. Soundboard is on the way this week. Can't wait till it come. Hopefully, Snow don't delay it. There's 3 to 4 different ways you can extend your support for the platform. Start with memberships. All you gotta do is click the description on this video. You can become a member. We have about, I think B Young just made 48. It's crazy when you think about it. I probably should cheer when I get to 100. 2 more
48
members.
years old?
No, you're not listening. That means you're not listening.
I'm
48
not.
members. 48 members.
Oh.
2 more away from 50. So let's see if we can get 2 more members today. All you gotta do is click the description on this video, and it's going to say become a member. And there's 3 different levels you can join as: level 1, level 2, level 3. All have the latest and customized emotes in the chat. Whether it's pictures of me, whether it's Speak Your Mind, whether it's the boom, whether it's the Fact and Stats logo, etc. You also can send super chats and super stickers throughout the show at any time today. Whether it's $1, whether it's $6, whether it's $10, it goes directly to the Fact and Stats platform. Also, make sure you check out Fact and Stats on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Fact and Stats _. And also join Fact and Stats Playback Room, playback.tv/Fact and Stats. We watch live NBA games in there every single night. What Chris Haynes just tweet? We watch live NBA games in every single night. What Chris Haynes just tweet? What did I miss? What did Chris Haynes just tweet?
Please tell me we got a trade. Please tell me we got a trade.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think
I need a real Jimmy Butler rumor. I need a real Jimmy rumor. Like, I need him to go. Face up.
Man, you moving like that, twin?
No Jimmy to the Grizzlies. What'd he say? Wait, what?
A few teams have been informed not to trade for Jimmy Butler.
Oh, nah. Why they being petty, Mo?
It's a video, though, so I don't know the teams.
Yeah,
It seems like based off of
It's
the
him and his
comments,
agent being
it
petty,
looks
bruh.
like the Grizzlies are one. Yeah, it looks like the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
It's him and his agent being petty, bro. Now they talking some give me to anybody, and now saying now you're going to inform team not to trade for you. Like, man, bro.
I mean,
he lucky I don't know him. I ain't gonna lie. He lucky I don't know him personally. He lucky I don't know him personally.
What you gonna do?
I don't know.
though?
Is this they based on the comments? It says he's trying to force his way to Phoenix.
Yeah.
He's trying to
about
force
Bill?
it to Phoenix. Yeah, Booker.
Bill
bro. I mean,
Booker.
Jimmy.
Trying to force his way. Jimmy trying.
I mean Booker be Butler. Damn, all them niggas got B last
Wait,
name.
who? Booker or Bill trying to get out?
Jimmy trying to force himself to Phoenix.
Jimmy trying to go to
That means
Phoenix.
Miami, but I'm pretty sure Miami probably don't want Bill, bro. So they gonna
No,
have
we
to
don't
find
want
a-
Bill.
Nobody should take Bill contract, honestly. Nobody should
Wow.
Wait, they say in that video
Yeah,
no
oh.
Memphis. They said no Memphis in that video.
No Memphis. Yeah.
No
He's a
Memphis in
hoe.
that video, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Miles, you should not want to take that, bro.
He's a hoe.
That's crazy.
It's fucked up,
Nah,
Him
bro.
and his-
It's fucked up, bro.
Man,
It's fucked
Jimmy a
up, bro.
clown,
That's fucked
bro.
up, bro. That's
Miles,
fucked
you
up,
should
bro.
consider that a blessing. I'm not gonna lie.
What you mean?
What do you mean? What I mean? Like, you want Jimmy Butler?
Y'all niggas kill me, bro. Y'all keep saying y'all need to stay packed. You guys are fine. Y'all don't need to make no trades. You niggas are good. Like
Not for
everybody
him,
else
though.
I didn't say-
fucking
no, that's
conference
not
making
what I
trades.
mean.
That shit's stupid, bro.
Hold up. I didn't say you didn't need to make no trades. I'm just saying that's not the one. That's all.
Man, why not?
Man, Jimmy a clown. Jimmy a clown.
Man, Jimmy a hoe, dog. What the
Bro,
fuck?
Hey, look.
That nigga trying to force himself into a worse situation. Like, what the fuck?
That nigga, yeah, please go to
Let him
Phoenix,
do
bro.
it.
Get that-
Like, what
I'm
the
just
fuck,
saying.
If you know these playoff rankings gonna take like 2 seconds, just get this through.
My
Fuck
fault,
Jimmy.
y'all, man.
Nah,
Hell
you
no.
good,
It's
bro.
okay.
Miles, I'm with you, bro. Fuck Jimmy, bro. It's
That
team.
nigga's
Fuck
a
Jimmy,
hoe,
Miles.
bro.
Miles, you on the same side. You dead right here, ho.
That
Fuck Jimmy.
nigga,
You
bro,
on the
he
same
really
side,
finna
nigga.
Wait, what
Yes, and
happened? I
it's,
just
it's
got
not
back.
worse
just
situation.
it's not
Gang.
just Memphis.
Wow.
We on the same side, nigga. Fuck Jimmy.
What
That
Straight
is
up.
what
crazy,
happened with Jimmy?
bro.
I just got back to my phone.
Jimmy's agent
Bro.
told Memphis not to try and trade for him. Memphis and other teams, but Memphis was the
Yeah, I know
team
Jordan laughing.
specifically
I know
named.
Jordan chuckling at that shit. Man,
It's
that
just
shit so
like
that shit so lame, gang. On my life. Like, what? How a nigga want to go to a
Wait,
worse
what
situation?
other teams was it? Just
They said
Like,
Memphis and a few other teams.
I'm just
But
saying.
we don't know what the few
of course
others
they go
are.
put these niggas out here by themselves. Memphis
I'm
and
just
like, the
in
fuck?
in
And now that's
2020.
forcing teams to not trade for him no matter what. So
But
now we're
nobody
going to
gonna
be in even a
trade for
tough
this nigga now,
situation.
bro.
In,
Now
Like
we're in.
in
He
20
really just went to go to
he
Phoenix, bro.
he finna be stuck in Miami, bro. I hope you know that.
Nah, he not.
He finna be he gonna be stuck.
Nah,
He
Miami gonna get
gonna
him
be in
out of there,
Miami,
bro.
bro.
Chill.
Shit, all right.
Nah, he not gonna stay with Miami.
You think
He done did
Phoenix
too
gonna
much,
get that
bro. He
shit
can't stay
done?
in that
Come
locker
on,
room.
bro. Then let him go wherever he wants to go.
Well, he don't want to just go
It's
anywhere.
not
Nigga,
that
I'm about to
simple.
say
It's not
it's
that
all he
simple
don't want to
because
go certain places.
the only way that can happen
Man,
is Bradley
that
Beal be
nigga,
at the forefront. We don't want Bill, so it's like
he
Yeah, I was gonna say
think going to
they
Phoenix
got to
gonna
that's
get
really do
somebody
it.
some
else to
shit.
take Bill,
That's the
and if they can't
problem.
do that, it's
They
not
gotta
gonna
get
happen.
a third
That's what I
team
was saying
involved,
yesterday. You
bro.
gotta find a third team.
bro.
Yeah, somebody got
Bro,
to take Bill. That's the only way it's gonna happen.
Nobody gonna take
I
Bill
just
though.
put
But
this.
the issue is, whoever gets Bill, you're going to want. This is why it's so difficult because whoever gets Bill, you're
Who
going to
made
want a
this
first
tweet?
round pick
Chris
attached
Haynes.
to take that contract. And then if we lose Jimmy, we're also going to want assets and or first round pick.
Just
So
a
now
first.
Phoenix got to
And
have.
think about it,
Like,
the
how is that
Suns
even
don't
going to
have
happen?
that. The Suns don't have that.
They
How is
have
that
a
even going to
pick.
happen?
They have a pick. You would have to find somebody that values like other contracts that they
They
have.
had a pick
It's
in
a
like
difficult trade.
2031.
It's a very difficult trade.
Man, they ain't
It's
got
difficult.
shit,
It's very
gang.
difficult.
Bro,
What the
I'm
fuck?
trying to figure out which of the 29 teams in the league actually benefit from getting Bradley Beal's contract, even with a pick.
We're going to circle to that in a second.
Wow.
We're going to circle to that in a
Actually,
second.
bro,
All right.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
My
all
fault.
right,
Go
right. This is
ahead.
probably,
Yeah, my
all right,
bad.
right.
Rick.
Nah,
It's
you
gonna
good,
take
you good.
like 2
This is
seconds. I
probably gonna be
promise
fast.
you.
This is the playoff power rankings, guys. Nothing like we did week 1 through 18. This is just who we think of the out of the 14 playoff teams. And everybody that's in here that's coming in here for NBA talks, we're about to get right to that in literally in
Damn,
10
it
to 15
is
minutes.
14 playoff teams. I'll be forgetting.
We're gonna rank all 14 playoff teams. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get to this one real quick. Again, to me personally, as I was thinking of this last week, is nothing to do with week 1 through 18. It's just if you want to, cool. It's just who we think is the best 14 teams in the playoffs today heading into this weekend, 1 through 14. It's probably easier to start on the back end because I think that'll speed it up. So, who do we think is the worst team in the playoffs out of the 14? If I had to throw out one, I would probably say
I'm gonna say Pittsburgh.
the Steelers.
Steelers for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heaven sent, you're a troll. Steelers, the second worst team. We have
Second to worst. I'm going between. It's funny. I chose them as
I'm saying
upset.
no funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I
I'm
know,
saying
you know the
Texans.
I know who
saying
you gonna
Texans.
say,
mean,
bro.
look,
Yeah, I'm saying
I know
Texans.
you.
I'm saying
Texans.
Yeah,
Like,
y'all hate
saying
I'm saying
every time
Texans.
I see
I'm saying
like the
Texans.
worst walking into the playoffs is the Texans, bro. I ain't
I'm
gonna
saying
lie.
I'm saying
Yeah,
It's the
nah,
Steelers and then the
Okay.
Texans.
Somebody
No.
said Texans or the Rams. Do y'all think we should start at
Nah,
the
I'm
front
not
or should we?
going.
Do
I'm
we
going
okay, hold
Steelers
on,
let
and
me
hold
ask y'all
No,
a
I
question.
like starting at the
I got a
bottom. I
question.
think starting at the bottom is good.
I got a
All right.
question. Are we hard on the Texans because of what we said in the beginning
Oh my
of the year?
gosh. Here comes Steven.
I know.
Here
I'm just
come the
asking.
captain of CJ
I have
Stroud fan club.
Look at
you.
Byron,
You
dog.
follow me. You follow me. You know I've
So
been criticizing that.
Jimmy,
Don't try to get that off.
right. I would say
Don't try to get that off.
I would say it's how they struggled this season, plus the fact that you're down 2 of your 3 best
They
receivers.
got hella injuries. And not just on the offense, on the defense too.
I'm
So
about to
it's
say to say
Rams or
second worst is
Rams
like
or
funny as
Texans?
hell though.
And no, it's not the Rams or Texans, nigga. It's the
Nah, it's not the.
Texans.
It's not
I
the
would say
Rams.
the Texans. For
Yeah,
sure.
I ain't
I
letting
said
y'all do that injury shit with the Texans because none of us liked them when they was healthy.
all right. So
Fair.
now we get to 12. In my opinion, I'm looking at the
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 Rams.
Rams or the Broncos.
Rams or the
The
Bucks.
Rams. The Rams.
Broncos.
Is that Division 8?
Broncos.
Solely because I think the Rams defense isn't the best, but I think their offense is. Again, I'm looking at them compared. I think the Denver's defense is probably the best unit out of all of the units of those two teams. But I think the drop off between the Broncos offense and the Rams offense is way bigger than the drop off between the Rams defense and the Broncos defense. and so therefore I'm going the Broncos.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say the Rams got that quarterback niggas love.
and I'll
I don't agree with that.
You
I
know,
don't think
that's
it's a
fine.
bad assessment, but I think our offense, I think namesake, yeah, our offense
Yeah,
is way, 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 way worse. In terms of actual production, especially to end the season, we've been a more productive offense than the
offense,
Rams have.
absolutely.
And I think since about when Bo started playing better, and even though he still hasn't like he's not Teflon, he still makes a lot of mistakes, but he's a rookie, he should. But when Bo started playing better, our offense legitimately just became a real unit. And I think that even though we don't have the namesake, the name value for like any, aside from like Sutton being respected, but he's still not seen as like a top tier receiver or anything. It's
right.
like, I think it just leads people to just already preemptively kind of strike our offense like, nah, that's not a good unit.
That's fair.
But we're actually decent. We're
I
we're
also don't like Sean
yeah.
Payton, but that's fair.
Yeah, I don't like Sean either, but he's done a good job this year, so I
He's
gotta
done a
give him
good
some
job with
credit.
Good.
both.
You need to fire him.
So
I,
who?
Drink some water, bro.
I
So
would
who?
say the
I'm with
Broncos.
either. I mean, I personally still would have the Rams because I look at this as like if they're playing their best, I would still choose the Rams. But West made some really good points, especially of how they both finished the season. Like the Broncos definitely finished the season looking like a better offense and quite frankly probably a better team than the Rams looked like that last month, the
Have
December.
they? Because I was about to say, because before the Chiefs game, didn't the Broncos lose a couple, like 2 or 3 in a row before that?
Yeah, we
They
lost
lost.
games, but we didn't lose games because we couldn't produce anything. We didn't play as well. Like Bo Nix, like I was speaking to, he still obviously is. There's still some
Because I was
growing
about to,
pains at
because I
times.
was about to say, because I think because the Bengals game, I thought there
Well,
was a
they
lot.
lost 2 in a row, by the way, but
Was two.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it
we
was
we
just the
that
lost to the
Chargers and the
Chargers where
Bengals.
we scored 27 points. We lost to the Bengals where we scored 24 points,
Yeah.
and obviously the Chiefs they threw the game. But I mean, yeah, even like to close the season, man, fuck to close the season. Since the Chiefs game where we scored 14,
Mhm.
we scored 38 against the Falcons, 29 against the Raiders, 41 against the Browns, 31 against the Colts, 27 against the Chargers, 24 against the Broncos. I mean, not against the Broncos, against the Bengals, and
Right.
then 38. So, like, our offense has been fine.
Good
Like,
to close the
And to
season.
do that for the Rams, since let's say
The
I
Bills
don't know
game.
how far that was back, but let's go. Even go back to the Eagles game because I think West went a little bit back a little bit farther. They
yeah,
lost. They
Ari,
scored.
I went back to week
Just tell me the
one,
day.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was 7 games. The last 7 games.
7 games.
My fault.
Last 7 games. So
Yeah.
one, two, three.
So
I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the Rams in their last 7 games scored 26 against the Seahawks, 15 against the Dolphins, 28 against the Patriots, 20 versus the Eagles, 21 versus the Saints. Then they had that 44 versus the Bills, and then 12 against the Niners, 19 against the Jets, 13 against the Cardinals, and then I don't think they played anybody, but they just scored 25 versus the Seahawks. So like they offensively outside of that Bills game, they haven't been a stellar
Offense either.
offense, honestly. And granted, I would love to see like where I think because I think Puka and Cup both came back around like week 7-ish. So that would be interesting to see. But we know at least from like mid-November to December, Puka and Cup were both back. So it's not like they could say that they were injured. So like West does make good points in terms of how they ended the season. Honestly.
Yeah,
All
because I
right.
was
Why?
gonna say. Oh well, last thing I was just gonna say is because prior to the game where they didn't play anybody, they went like because they went from 1-4 to like 10-6, so they went 9-2 in their previous 11 games. So I did think the Rams were playing better. I thought at least closing the season overall on both sides, but and I think they have a higher upside too. To me, in terms of in this tournament, just because even though their offense has struggled, we know that their offense can be explosive, and and I think their defense, especially with that defensive line, their defense can hold up okay. So
Who would you put at 12, Jordan Wilson?
I would put the Broncos at 12 and the Rams at 11. Me personally.
Just 12.
Oh, but then the Broncos.
Right.
The
I got
Broncos.
the opposite because
Jordan Willis, who would you put at 12? I'm gonna come down to you, Ralph. I just don't want y'all to keep going on and on about it. Which I don't mind.
Give me the Rams.
Jordan Wilson, who did you say again? I'm sorry.
I said the Broncos at this spot.
All right. Who do you have?
I was convinced I got the Rams here.
And then Wes, who would you say?
Rams.
And then Ralph, what were you saying, bro? My bad.
I got the Rams here. Broncos can get the ball at the field. They've shown in all season they can get it up.
Okay. And then Low, Miles, BJ.
I got the better quarterback. Go ahead.
I'll go Broncos right here. I just believe more in the Rams offense.
All right. No, wait. You know we doing it on the back end, right? You say you believe in the Broncos more than the Rams offense?
Nah, I said I believe more in the Rams offense. I went Broncos here.
Okay, I got you. Miles, BJ.
Broncos.
BJ.
Broncos.
It's not by a lot though, but
My goodness. I just knew that was gonna happen.
Miles, should I
It's a
help
tie?
you like 13 to 19
Yeah, I
points?
knew that was gonna happen, bro.
Who you got?
you said what?
I don't even have a vote, to be honest.
You not voting? What?
I didn't think of it. I don't even want to act like I was even thinking.
Bro, just break the tie.
Just
All you
vote
gotta do is
then.
break the tie.
One team scored 13 versus the Cardinals, by the way.
I don't got a vote, bro. I can't lie to y'all. I don't have one.
Bro, Ev, break the tie.
I don't have a vote. Like I don't know who to say. I'm not going to just pick a
Choose
team to
somebody.
pick.
Heads or
I don't
tails?
know.
Heads
I'm
or
being
tails?
completely honest with you, bro. I legit don't know.
Heads or tails?
Okay, so I like you being forced to bet on.
I'm being honest.
Heads or tails? Ev, heads or tails?
My
Heads
thing
or
is, I
tails?
wasn't even listening to all the points, so I'm not just going. I think somebody in the chat or people in the chat.
Okay,
will
but
actually
you
listen.
got a brain.
So I'd rather just do a poll. Like, what's the issue with the poll? This is who should be 12, y'all.
I mean, they just take longer, but go ahead.
that's okay.
I'm cool. Make it more interactive. That's fine.
I got about 15 more seconds on this poll. This is for who should be 12. Appreciate y'all.
Whoever
voting on that
loses
poll
might as
for
well
me.
go 11.
Yeah, I think that's what he's gonna do. I hope that's what he's gonna do.
Oh, well, shit. Yeah, I got to change my answer about that Bills and Ravens shit then, too. I mean, I know I said I felt like the media would, kill Lamar more. But if we have the Steelers by far the worst team, Lamar just can't lose that game. Fuck all that division shit.
No,
I'll take back what I said.
I was definitely choosing the Ravens in that argument, though. In that whole
I
discussion.
mean, look, I think Lamar.
Yeah.
I think the Ravens
I
should
just
win
got
that
him.
game and fairly easily. But I just think that being a division game, it might fuck around
I'm
and get a
supposed to
little
vote.
tricky.
Who should be at 12? Oh.
7,
That's what I was on, low.
5, 4, 3.
Like
Did the
Ravens
Broncos-
should dead ass put belt the ass.
Everybody
on
that
the
voted,
Steelers
thank
in that
y'all.
game, bro.
Thank y'all, everybody that voted.
The thing is that both teams should, though, Lo. That's how I feel like neither of them should lose.
Who?
The Bills or the Ravens.
Yeah, they
Who the
should.
Bills play against the Broncos?
Yeah.
The Broncos.
Yeah, the Bills shouldn't lose that game at all.
For 11,
They shouldn't
y'all
lose
said
that.
the Broncos
I mean,
should be. Y'all said so. We think the Bucks are better than the Broncos. I'm just curious.
I don't.
I do.
Ooh, that's close.
I didn't see. I think we just picked. Dang, the Bucks probably should have been in a combo.
Because I think the Broncos are better than the Bucks. So it's like,
No, I
I'm
still
gonna
have
say-
the Bucks over the. I have the Bucks
I
over
got the
those
Bucks over
teams.
the Broncos.
They both have bad pass defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, the fact that you brought that up, I think I kind of agree with Jordan.
That the
The
Bucks
Bucks
should have been in
probably
the
should be below the Rams.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
think.
that's
I don't
true.
think that.
No, I agree with
No.
that.
We got
Oh, now you got to vote, F.
I will put the Rams again. I was dozed off, y'all. I was on my phone. No
She
lie.
cooked
I didn't
you.
want to
She
get.
cooked
I didn't want to get put on the spot.
About
And
something I
make a
agree.
pick.
Now you agree?
I legit wasn't locked in. I'm locked in right now, though. I think the Rams should be over the Bucks. I think the
You
Bucks should
get
be.
on my nerves.
No, I'm being honest.
What?
The Bucks should be 12. The Rams should be 11. That's what I think.
No, you don't get a vote.
That's what I think. I mean,
No,
if y'all
you don't get a
would
vote.
open it back up, that's
Sorry.
cool for y'all.
I'm
but,
not
I mean,
doing it.
Yeah, I would just because, like I said,
I would keep the Rams here and just put the Bucks at 11. Even actually, I would not. But for the sake of what y'all are doing, I would say you can just put the Bucks at 11.
So where would you put the Bucks? 10?
10.
Oh, you got the Bucks better than the Broncos too.
Yeah, but I think it's really close.
Okay.
I actually think all three of these teams are really close.
Who's
honestly.
better? Who's better? Chargers or Packers? Packers, right? Okay.
Chargers.
And we think that
Chargers.
That's even.
Oh my
Bro,
god.
time out. The Chargers.
I
are
got
better.
the Chargers.
The Chargers
bro.
are
They
like
got the
way
better
than
quarterback.
Packers, bro.
True.
They have the better quarterback. I think they're
It
again
is close though. But I think
the
Chargers.
the coach LaFleur is great. I take nothing away from LaFleur. I think he's almost too great though. He outthinks himself at times, and I think there's something to be said for like the Chargers. Granted, they have less talent, but I think they have a better quarterback, and I think their game plans are just more consistent week in and week out in terms of hey, this is what we have to do to win games. We can't play around. We can't move things on the board and go pass heavy here 1 week and completely abandon the run. We don't have that at our disposal. We have to attack this way, and this is how we're going to win games. And Herbert's going to be great, and et cetera. And the defense is going to hold up, and all those things. And I take that unit. I like the Chargers.
It's weird because even though I think the Packers probably have a better coach, the Chargers are better coached in terms of like they don't beat themselves, they don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
But I think the mistakes that the Packers make aren't necessarily floor. I think it's Jordan Love. Jordan Love's gonna give you that damn ball.
Well,
He's going to.
Great
I
point.
think he Don LaFleur. I agree with Wes in the sense that like he definitely does some you trying to be too smart type shit. Like just do the. Sometimes it's okay to just run the ball on 4th and 1. You don't have to do some like crazy shit. You can just run it. It's okay. Get your little 1 yard. But I think if you look up where offensively from the Packers where they have fucked up a lot of play, it's Jordan Love. He's misreads. He has overthrown balls, and he's turned the ball over like a lot. And I think that's where a lot more of their issues are, and I think that's also where a lot of where their offense has kind of looked lackluster or stuck at times. I think it does have a lot to do with Love. Not saying it has nothing to do with LaFleur, but I would say Love has been a big issue.
So I feel like Jordan Love's last interception was November 17th. So he went the last like.
How do y'all know this shit?
So he went like the last like
do y'all look this up?
7-8 games without a pick. It feels like the Packers just decided to say, you know what, we're gonna be run heavy, run centric, and then throw the ball only when we need to, because Jordan Love's been so turnover prone earlier in the year.
Okay, so
I still think they have the higher upside though. Oh, go ahead. My bad, F.
No, you good. Let me ask you a question. I thought I started from the back or tried to this time earlier with this time because I thought it would have been faster. Honestly, should we just go back to the top and try to finish it out that way?
Shoot, the top.
No, you went to a different team. All you got to do is you can slot the Bucks at 12, put the Rams at 11, or get votes on it. Maybe everyone doesn't agree with that, but I think you went ahead of yourself. So now it feels like
I was trying to gauge the room, see what y'all thoughts of those two teams.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the higher it goes, the more conversations. You think it's not gonna be a debate between is it the Ravens or the Chiefs or the Bills or the Lions? That's gonna also be a conversation. You might as well just get it in.
Yeah.
So
I would get the Bucks, the Broncos, and the Rams taken care of, and it'll seem like we've made more progress.
Yeah, I agree. The Commanders also need to be here personally.
Oh yeah.
The Commanders need to. I would have the Commanders because their defense is so bad, lower than the Rams, but then I would still have the Broncos and the Bucks above the Rams.
So you saying you would have the Commanders at 12?
Oh my gosh, he slandered them.
That's tough.
I slandered who?
I can't rock. I can't rock, man.
I'm not putting the Commanders below the Rams. I'm not doing that. Why would the Commanders go below the Rams?
Their I literally said because of their defense. I said it as I was saying it.
That's a tough. Like
Their defense is terrible. I literally just
Compelling point though.
I ain't gonna lie, you can have your way on that defense.
I
Whatever
think
you want to do.
Their defense is horrid. Like it's really bad.
Whatever you want to do.
That's true, but they have a
And
top
I
5
can't
Also
just
have a
take
good
in it like
offense. Yeah, I was about to say that's what I'm saying.
They
Jordan
have a
Wilson, they
top
still
5
have one of the better
offense.
offenses
they
in
have
the
a
league.
top
Though.
5 offense, yes, but at the end of the day, the other 3 teams ahead of them, the Broncos, the Bucks, and the Rams, they are I would say they are more balanced teams than that other one. So if you want to just say because of offensive
How was the Bucks
upside,
defense? How
I
was the Bucks
am
defense?
fine.
Bucks defense is bad in the past.
It's bad in the past, but it's good versus the run.
Good
And
in
it's
the
also not
run.
as fucking bad as the Commander. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Like
no.
Commanders,
I feel
beat the
like we're getting
run
into
and throw.
disingenuous conversation territory and understanding that we literally
No, it's
just a few
just
minutes
questions.
ago
It's just questions trying to understand, bro. It's just
I
questions.
the questions sound disingenuous.
I guess
All I said was how was the Bucks defense? That's just me wanting to know. That's all it is.
this is interesting though, because a team that won 12 games as the third worst team in a play. I know record isn't everything, but that's
What team you talking about?
no the Commanders, because the Commanders went 12-5, didn't they?
Yeah, but you got to remember, like, look at the play schedules. Like, weren't they like the 4th place?
Weren't y'all the same people talking about the Commanders got up hot and then they fell? I'm sorry. I try and like make y'all consistent in my head and forget that y'all aren't consistent people.
No, I'm saying that's what Jordan's doing. He's talking about their wins and everything. That like it's the same thing with Minnesota. Like Minnesota had a 4th.
Hasn't really beaten.
At the end of the day, you have to go out there and be better than your opponent.
So here's the thing, because when you start
The
parsing
schedule don't matter, bro.
a lot of these teams that are not the top 5, top 6 teams haven't really beaten anybody for real.
Bro, it
Like,
doesn't matter.
The
It
Bucks
doesn't
beat the
matter.
Lions.
You
What the
gotta
fuck
win
you mean?
games, bro. It don't matter who you beat.
All right, let's just get
win.
let's just get votes because
Okay,
we just gonna go around and around. So I'm gonna take the Rams off at 12, and then we're gonna re-get 12, and then we're gonna work our way down. Jordan Wilson, Jordan Woods, who would y'all put at 12? I'm sorry.
Hold on, come back to me.
Jordan Woods, if you ready. Ari, if you ready.
Well, say it again.
Who would you put at 12? I'm sorry.
12? You still here?
Yeah.
They circle back. They want to put the Bucks here.
Can members also contribute in the chat, please? Because we only got 6 on the stage. Members, if
What
you
was
are
my
members,
answer
please.
before? The Rams.
It was the Rams. Yeah, my bad. Are you with the Rams too? Are you changing?
Yeah. No. Come back to me. I'm about to look up some. I feel like somebody just lied, but yeah, come back to me.
members. Notice with all due respect, you are a member. Okay. And then Wes, who was your vote now?
Bucks.
Okay. I'm locked in. I'm focused. I'm here. My vote is actually the Bucks as well. Jordan Wilson, what's yours?
Yeah, I would say the Bucks as well. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say the Bucks as well.
And then Ryan, BJ.
It's still
the who? I'm sorry.
I had Broncos.
All right. And then BJ.
You gotta let that hate go.
I said I had Broncos.
Nah, Rye. Oh, that's Rye saying that? Damn, you sound like BJ. BJ, who you?
No,
wait, that's
that's BJ.
Yeah, that's BJ. So Rye, I'm going on Rye. My bad. Ryan, Ari, I'm waiting on y'all.
I'm fact checking something. I'm sorry.
What are you fact checking, Ari?
Yeah.
I'm fact checking the fact that somebody
can hear
just
you
tried
now.
and lie to me and say that the Bucks
I got-
defense is way worse than the Commanders when they
I got
actually are just the opposites.
I got the Rams here. That defense is still bad.
All right. So Rams got then Ryan, who would you put at 11?
11. I'll go Broncos here at 11.
Somebody just said Broncos this previous round.
Oh, you can keep me at the Rams, by the way.
All right. So
BJ
Rams,
said Broncos the previous
They have the worst defense out of all 3 of those teams. All of the teams.
my vote, West vote, and Jordan Wilson is the Bucks. And Ari, who would you go at 11?
That 11.
And Jordan Woods.
Yeah, I would put Tampa. Yeah, you can put Tampa here.
Jordan Wilson. I mean Woods. You said Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Ari and Jordan Woods to Tampa. Tampa's going to win out. Buccaneers.
We putting the Bucks in instead of the Broncos.
Yeah, that'll be voting game.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to vote for 11.
I mean, for 11, I went Broncos.
All right, so it's still 3-5.
I don't know.
So.
Yeah, my vote probably don't even.
You good. So now Broncos is low, BJ, Rye. Let me look at the teams. Low, BJ, Rye.
Name the Bucks have a top 3 offense. The fuck?
They do.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, they hear that whole out. I'm telling you, Bucky and all them.
Top 3, literally, it's Baltimore, Detroit, Tampa.
They get that ball on the field.
I'm trying to figure out why. Like, how like, what was the argument for the Broncos over that?
It's
They have a top 5 in passing and rushing. I don't know if I want the Bucks there.
That's also I can't put the Bucks there. Like I know
I
it's
can't.
offense.
Offensively, they're a good offense.
And they stopped the run pretty well. It's just the pass. Pass defense is the only.
They actually have a higher ranked offense than the Commanders. And their defenses both struggle. The Commanders, just with different things. They struggle with different things. I can't put the Bucks there. I'm sorry.
Commanders struggle in every one.
Interesting, Dion. Interesting. I like that, Dion.
Defense. Wait, are you talking about defensively?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Commanders. Yeah, like
they have a top 3 pass defense.
You can still like I've seen people have their way with that team.
Hold on, which way is that going? Does he have the Broncos being the best team or the worst?
Yeah,
team?
the best out of that bunch.
I think the best.
Yeah. And I don't have I would just put the Chargers probably ahead of the Bucks and let the Bucks and Commanders be next to each other.
Bro.
Yeah, I'll let the Bucks and the Commanders be next to each other.
Put the Chargers and again, obviously it's a bias. I'm not speaking from where their offenses rank or anything. You put them on the field though, Chargers beat the Bucks.
Yeah. I'm with you with that. I think out of this bunch, I'm putting the Chargers and Broncos over the Commanders.
No, it's funny how the head-to-head thing works, right? Because the Bucks beat the Chargers 40-17 a few weeks ago, and the Chargers beat the Broncos twice.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand how that made.
They handled them niggas. I don't think the Bucks should be.
Hold on. The Chargers beat the Broncos twice, and then the Broncos beat the Bucks. So the head-to-head thing, like. That's tricky because they all beat each other just between them 3 teams. So
we do it as a collective, diabetic dog. We do it as a collective every week.
Huh?
That's his name.
Somebody's name.
Oh, I was about to say you're mean.
It's good to see some new people coming in here though. Dion, diabetic dog, and you know what I'm saying. So shout out to y'all.
My only thing for that Bucks game and the Chargers, and granted, Bucks handle business, so give them credit. Chargers were dealing with a lot of injuries, and I do think that it just they're limited in terms of resources, and that's a good enough reason to vote Bucks over Chargers anyway, because the Bucks there's a revolving door, like they can subtract people and they can still produce, as opposed to the Chargers not being able to. But I think J.K. Dobbins on the field having more help in their receiving room. Because even though guys played hampered being banged up, I think some things just go, if they play again, would go a little differently. But I could be wrong. Like I said,
the Bucks beat who badly? The Chargers.
They beat the shit out of the Chargers. They beat them by 23 points.
My goodness.
Yeah, they beat the shit out.
Look, the Bucks have offensively not too many teams fucking with the Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks and
you can pass on them niggas, just can't run on them though.
And I think the Bucks, like that Bucks offense is that's what I'm really.
That do matter. I can't bring up the Commanders offense for an argument and not ignore the Bucks.
Yeah, and by the rankings, well, I'm gonna say this by ESPN, and if by ESPN, the Bucks have the better offense by the stats on ESPN. They have the better offense.
Can somebody explain to Swiper? I heard you too, Ari. Can somebody explain to Swiper how he can comment on YouTube while being on the stage? I don't know nothing about that.
You have to open StreamYard, go back into YouTube, pause the YouTube video, but the chat gonna keep going.
Yep.
Facts. Yes,
interesting. I'm not gonna lie, that's interesting, bro. I mean, damn, somebody who's that's Zig. So Bucks have a top offense, Broncos got a top defense, Chargers are middle of the pack.
Well, don't
then the Commanders. Don't forget the Commanders. They're also the team that we're discussing.
Don't the Chargers have a top end scoring defense?
The Chargers have the number one scoring. Yeah, Chargers have the number one scoring defense. Yes.
Chargers got the number one score. Damn,
and the Bucks had the number 2 scoring offense. Was that it?
Three.
Number 3. Okay.
Yeah,
This is
Bucks are
interesting,
third in
bro.
yards and fourth in points per game.
Mhm. And then if you break it down to passing, if you pay, they're third in passing and they are fourth in rushing offense.
They got the easiest week 1 schedule in the playoffs than anybody.
Who?
Chargers.
The
Y'all think Texas that
Chargers.
juice?
The Chargers are, in terms of total offense, they're middle of the pack. They're below all of the teams that we're talking about right now, including, well, the Rams have been slotted, but yeah, they're technically offensively below. But that obviously, I was gonna say injuries, but then you have the Rams who also.
By the way,
injuries, but-
Jaden had a better year than Baker. All the way around.
No.
Well, I mean,
If you factor in the fact that he's a rookie, yeah, but
well, no. Jordan,
No, just as a quarterback.
Yeah, Jordan's an EPA guy, so Jordan would have to say because he thinks Josh Allen's the MVP, so he would have to say Jaden because EPA and all that. Jaden's like top 3.
Swap, are we really doing this right now? Like, bro, relax.
Jordan's an EPA
Like, damn.
Like, relax, bro.
Nigga just threw a shot at Jordan. Been doing that.
He's just never mind. Another time.
This is tough. So
I don't think the Bucks should be at 11. That's what I'm gonna say.
Does anybody feel like the Chargers should go to 11? And so, let me ask this question: do we think the Broncos are above the Bucks and Chargers?
Man, heck yeah.
I think the Bucks. I'm taking the Bucks above the Broncos.
The Bucks is bums.
So here's.
We're not making progress.
Well, again, if we want to bring up the head-to-head, the Broncos handled the Bucks.
The Chargers are ahead.
And then the Bucks handled the Chargers.
And then the Bucks handled the Chargers.
And the Chargers beat the Broncos twice.
Yeah, one of them they didn't have their best player, so relax on the first one. The second,
God.
The second one they were up like what? What was the score, Aria? 28 to.
Ooh, I don't know why you asking me. I don't watch y'all games.
Something like that. I can't remember what the score was. They choked.
You said which one the second time?
What would they have? 20? They were up like 28 to something.
It was 21 to 13 at halftime, and then y'all scored 6 points in the second half.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then Jay Herbo.
But Bo Nix is the rookie though.
But Ev, I will say you did say fuck what you saw during the season. This is who do you think is better? That's what you said.
I keep bringing up the head-to-heads. We're leaving the head-to-heads alone. We're talking about going into the playoffs right now.
But going into the playoffs, who you think is a better team?
So here's my thing with Dan, because going into the playoffs, I don't think Denver is as good as I think these teams have a higher upside. I think the Chargers do, mainly because of the quarterback. And like you're giving me an elite quarterback and you're giving me a top, we'll just say at worst, top 3 defense. I think the Chargers are better than both of these teams.
That
Tampa,
matters.
Yeah.
Tampa,
We're also leaving out the Packers, FYI, because because Ev had brought up the Packers and the Chargers specifically, and we're talking about because if we don't talk about the Packers, then that means we actually think the Packers should be at 11, and then all these other teams should be above them.
I brought the I brought the Chargers and Packers because I was thinking of 8-9, like 7-8, like in that ballpark.
That's what I'm saying. Like if we're consulting what I'm saying is if we're consulting the Chargers in this conversation between 11 to 10, I think, then shouldn't we also be consulting if the Packers belong in this conversation as well, or do you think that regardless the Packers are
I don't think we should add the Packers to this. I don't think the Packers are going to fall at 11 or 10. That's going to add another team to the conversation for no reason. In my opinion.
That's fine.
I think we can just keep it at we're at the Bucks.
Well, the Packers haven't they been slipping though? Like the last they haven't. Well, and also they haven't beat a. I don't know what their exact record is versus playoff teams.
No, we don't need it. Sorry, but let's not the Packers.
Right now,
I will be honest though. Like the Packers are getting a blind. Okay, we're putting you in a different tier off of nothing. Like it, but we don't have to add them. But man, they truly are getting just this blind. Hey, we're gonna put you in a tier that you don't belong in based off of LaFleur. Because Brett,
not just LaFleur, because of how Jordan Love looked last playoffs.
Because if you look at the Packers,
but this season he
beat a bad team. What the fucking do, bro?
But the thing is, the Packers are good at, generally speaking, everything.
Heaven sent you here.
They're not great at anything, but the thing about it is, if you look at the Packers, right, they've lost to 3 teams. Well, okay, the Bears, they didn't really play anybody for an extended period of time, but their 5 losses coming into Sunday was the Lions, Vikings, and Eagles. Like that was the only 3 teams they lost to. So like to me, the Packers are you beat the team you're supposed to beat.
Hey, Wes.
Yo, I gotta go get my phone in a minute, y'all. So I'm just going to do something different. We're just going to jump to the top and work our way on down because we're just going in circles. So heading into the playoffs, who do we think is the best team? Heaven, are you here? Going into the playoffs, who do we think is the best team?
Lions.
Yes, I agree with the Lions.
Well. Based,
I
feel.
know nobody agree with me.
It's how we feel.
It's to me, it's still the Chiefs. Like just because they're the Chiefs.
Thank you, Swiper.
But it's a better team all year. Been the Lions, but again, it's just the Chiefs and Chiefs. Yeah,
Guess what? The Chiefs still only got
How are you going into the playoffs?
I told you guys.
Wait, how is it? How do you watch
playback.
football this season? Do you feel like the Chiefs are the best team?
How are you going into the playoffs this year?
They got one loss.
It's not they're the best team in football. It's you think they're the best team going.
No, that's what I'm saying, Ari. Like they did not play the best this year. But if you're asking me for my money, best team going off, it's the Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs got key people back going.
They did get healthier,
and they got key people even coming back in the playoffs. So I would tell you that based off of who they have at important positions, I would like if you're talking about like put my money on a team, I'm taking Kansas.
So who do you think should be one?
So they got the 15th best offense and the 4th best defense. In terms of points.
Jordan Wilson, Chiefs, Swiper Chiefs.
Oh, that's
Ari West, myself. Ari West, myself.
Jordan says the Bills. He did not say the Chiefs.
I said the Chiefs. What are you
trolling, bro? Jordan Wilson, you're good. Jordan Woods, who's your vote at 1? It and low as well.
Yeah, Lions.
Jordan Woods, BJ, who's that up
I'm
here?
pretty sure Jordan Woods is going Lions, bro.
Rye,
I had
BJ.
I had the Chiefs, bro.
Jordan Woods is not here. Rye, you here?
Probably going Lions too.
Rye, you here? Okay.
Yeah, man.
Hey, low, and it ain't because I want to.
God damn, hold up.
Who would we put at 1?
Yeah, who would you put at 1?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Into the playoffs.
Damn, number 1.
Oh, brother.
I gotta think about this one.
All right, how much time do you think you need?
Give me like 5 minutes. Everybody want?
Yeah, yes. 5 minutes.
I gotta think.
Shit. Regardless, whoever gets 1, the other one is going to get 2. I think at that point, I don't have an issue.
No.
But don't nobody actually think that the Lions are going to beat the Chiefs, bro? I mean, respectfully.
To you.
Can you give
to
a
you.
respectfully?
To you.
No. Can you give a reason?
You don't believe that?
Yeah.
A football reason.
I got a big football reason. Like a big one. Y'all
What's
ready?
the football reason?
Y'all ready?
You gonna say Patrick
Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes, yeah.
I ain't never seen a nigga be a divisional rival and rock.
And what if I tell you? What if
but Ev, I told Lowe I didn't want to. I don't want to say it, but I'm not gonna lie. Like that's how I feel. Like,
yeah, if you're talking about
no, we don't know. We don't need more thick pieces behind it. We hear you. We got your vote. We got your vote, Jordan Wilson. We got your vote. Ryan, who you got though? If you got to answer, Jordan Wilson, you got to answer too.
Well, sorry, I wish I was here for Witt. Sound like some great mischief.
No.
Jordan
I'm not going back. I was not here. I wasn't here. I literally didn't hear anything. Let me see.
I'm trying to.
Who you put at 1 heading into the playoffs?
Oh wait.
Yeah, I just had to switch it, bro, because it was circles and circles going around.
KC, bro.
Okay. And then Rye, who would you put there?
I don't want to put these niggas. Some niggas just not good. I'm putting Philly. I put Philly there before I put the Chiefs there.
So KC 1. Then we're undoubtedly going to put the Lions at 2, rightfully so. And then we get to 3.
Eagles. Eagles.
Yeah, I would put Philly here as well.
Yes.
Josh Allen.
I'm having to assume that.
Hey, Wes.
That's what I.
BJ, I heard you.
I'm telling first here. I'm putting it out, bro. The Broncos are beating the Bills this weekend, bro.
Do you want to bet money on it? Do you want to bet money
How
on
much?
it?
Broncos beating the Bills this weekend,
You
bro.
want to bet money on it?
How much?
Broncos beating the Bills. I think, matter of fact, I think the score going to be 31-27, bro. 31-27.
Bro, how much?
31-27.
All right, Jordan
You
Wilson.
want
Who
to
you got
talk?
at
You
3?
want? Or
say
you want to
Eagles?
make some money
Philly,
on
yep.
that?
All right, Jordan Woods. Who you put at
If
3?
they're
And then West,
healthy,
I
I
heard you
will
too.
vote Eagles.
Okay.
No
West
funny though,
Eagles.
Sniper. You just gonna drop a hot take like that and then not
Low,
bet
who,
on it?
Low, who you got?
No,
Who you got
it's
at
not the
3?
time.
Yo,
They
come
told it's
on,
not the
y'all.
time.
Like, yeah, thank you. It's not the please, bro. We just trying to finish this real
Man,
quick.
would you stop crying, Ev? Damn.
He dropped him.
You dropped that nigga?
No, I didn't drop him. I just muted him. Like,
Who was that?
I have to leave to go get my phone, bro. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to do this at the moment, bro. I already asked 7 Cent as far as playback for NBA. So I put Swiper down real quick because he's just trying to crack jokes and troll right now. With all due respect, bro. 3. And if 3, I lost. West say Eagles if they're healthy. All right, who do you say?
Eagles if they're healthy.
All right, Jordan Woods. Who would you put at 3? All right, Jordan Wilson. I think you say Eagles as well.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
All right. BJ Bills. Ryan, who would you put at 3? Oh, you say Eagles already at 1. So
Eagles fly.
Yeah. All right. Swiper, welcome back, brother. I'm just trying to.
I've been here the whole time. Ain't no welcome.
But you came back on like an extra joking time today. Like I'm trying.
I'm
to
not joking, bro. I just said
extra,
a take. That's all I did.
Extra pep in my step right now for certain reasons, bro. Like, and I'm not the one that's taking myself there. So that's all, bro.
Well, go get your Nokia, bro.
For me personally,
I'd say the Ravens.
I'm saying the Ravens. I agree with all the other top 3 people. I had the lines I won, but I'm saying the Ravens. I heard Jordan Wilson. Waiting on. I see Ari off the mute, so I can get you now too. All right, Jordan Woods. West.
Bills.
Bills. Let me notate that. All right, go ahead.
Ravens.
Jordan Woods. Low. Right.
Ravens.
Give me Baltimore.
Who am I waiting
on? You asking me?
Jordan Woods. Swiper.
I'm taking the MVP.
Oh, that's
Lamar.
Yeah. All right. Ravens at 5. Ravens at 4. I'm sorry. We get to 5. My personal vote is the Bills. And then anybody else can say who else. I'm listening.
This is Buffalo, dude.
Yeah, it's Buffalo.
All right, go ahead, slot Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to do that.
Me,
God
BJ,
bless.
Buffalo. Now we get to 6, and I am looking at that will be the Vikings, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, the Vikings. Vikings at 6.
No, not too much. Not too much.
Wait, somebody got a different team? Hold on.
No, I'm just joking. We're going ahead.
Oh,
not too much of a. Not too much.
Quick joke.
All right, Vikings. And then now we get back to the nitty gritty. I knew 1 through 6 would be quick. So now we're back to the nitty gritty.
I don't even see it on the screen. Oh, never mind.
All right, 7 for me. I think 7 is.
Hold on. So who? Who do we got left? The Chargers, Packers.
Right, y'all making this harder than it has to be. The reason 1 through 6 was quick is because people just voted. If you just take votes. Let people vote what they vote, and
Zion back, bitch.
Ev, write the remaining teams up there.
Yeah, I'll say right there. Yeah, because I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget a team.
Packers, Broncos, and
Who's your vote at 7, Wes? Chargers.
Chargers.
Packers, Broncos, Chargers are the remaining team.
And Commanders.
Commanders. That's what it is. Okay.
I have the Chargers at 7.
Yeah, I'd say the Chargers.
Yeah, give me
I have the Packers.
Them niggas mud, bro.
I'm Chargers at 7. Anybody else got a team that's up here that didn't vote?
I got Chargers here.
That's 4.
And the Chargers just a weird team, bro. But yeah, I put them there too. But I don't trust them at the same time.
These 7 to 11 are all the same to me.
Yeah,
give me the Packers.
I agree with that for the most part too. Yeah,
Definitely
I
are.
think
Like
this
that's
is
a
the
huge
next
general
tier
statement,
down.
but for the most part,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
I
the
think
Packers are cut above the rest of them for me personally.
You think
You said
who's a
who,
cut
Jordan
above?
Wilson?
I think the Packers are because I think all these other teams have a tendency to lose to teams they shouldn't, and I think the Packers are the only ones that they're not. They don't lose to the team. They're not going to beat the contenders like the teams like that are better than them, but they're not going to lose to the teams to me that are either on the same level or worse than them.
we gonna start checking some of this shit.
I'm looking
I
it up.
You
Don't
you
worry.
don't
say
know
I'm
about
trying to
that.
make sure they don't have a bad loss, bro.
I don't know about that.
because he said the Chargers. Who are they losing to that they shouldn't be losing to?
No, but I'm saying all the. Okay, hold on.
He's
It's
on
just
the
that it could cut
11-5.
both ways, Jordan Wilson.
Like the
Because
Packers
you're
haven't
right, the
lost a lot.
Packers haven't lost to anybody this season that they shouldn't lose to. They beat all those people, but let's look at the Chargers. Have
Packers.
they lost to a bad team?
Only
I'm saying
team you could
I'm
pull
saying the
from is
Packers.
you could say the
Say it.
Cardinals, and
Yeah, I
even
was
if
about to
you
say
say
you
the
could say the
Cardinals, like
Cardinals.
it the context of that game, it won't be there. But okay, yeah, that's one loss that technically they shouldn't have had during the season. Herbert coming off an injury, throwing for 349 yards, not having a lot of weapons in that game because they were hurt, but also just not being able to put points on the board. Aside from that game, bro, they don't lose to teams they shouldn't lose to.
Well, okay. In that sense, no, but I would also tell you that would you look at losing 40-17 to Tampa as something that probably shouldn't happen?
We already spoke on
I
that
don't
game.
think Tampa should be 11. That is an issue.
Everybody has losses like that this year.
Jordan Wilson got Packers. Jordan Wilson. Were you Packers?
Yeah, I was Packers. Yeah.
Both Jordan's Packers. I'm Packers. Are who's your vote at 7?
Nigga, you said you were Chargers. What are you talking
You
about?
did say you were Chargers.
And I said 30 seconds to a minute ago, I'm switching to the Packers.
Wait, give me
Yeah,
2
this
seconds
Packers
because
shit is
somebody said that the
gross.
Packers are top 10 defense. Oh, they are.
They're
And they said they're a top 10 offense. Oh, well, then yeah, I gotta go Packers here then. I mean,
they're good at everything, great
That's
at
what made my
nothing.
switch easy. That's what.
Yeah.
BJ, I mean West Chargers, BJ and Low. Who y'all got at 7?
My next is Chargers though.
I got the Chargers, man. Bold up, man.
Swiper.
Man, I guess, bro. Yeah, sure.
Who's your pick though? It ain't, you just picking. Like it's whoever you want.
No, I'm good. I don't trust the Chargers at all. But they
No, I'm
definitely
saying
will
you
beat
didn't
the Texans.
No, I'm saying who you didn't pick though. Like who would you put at 7?
Right before them.
So Vikings are at 6. I'm saying who would you put at 7? Nobody's slotted.
I guess Packers. I'm good with Packers.
All right, and then Ryan. I don't
Chargers.
So 5-4. So Chargers will be 8. Packers 7. Chargers 8. My vote for 9 is Broncos.
But yeah, I also want to say this openly. I would not be surprised if the Commanders make the NFC Championship either. So they definitely could be here too.
Won't be who?
I wouldn't be shocked. It depends. Like it depends on the matchup.
Coming to Detroit and beating us.
Huh?
You got them going into Detroit because if they win this week, they'll have to go to.
He said he wouldn't be.
Yeah, I would say not shocked. They're definitely. I don't think they should.
No,
beat the
you
Lions.
should be shocked though.
But yeah, I would say I think they win in the first round, and I think they make it.
Not
they
gonna
make it
lie.
tighter.
I'm not gonna lie. Swiper. Hard truth. The Commanders won't make an NFC Championship for at least the next 3 years.
You said they will or will not?
He said
They will
won't.
not make an NFC Championship for the next 3 to 5 years.
I don't know. I think Jaden's like that though.
Right,
So I
but
think
he
they'll get there.
also said that he likes that the people around him in DC are sad when they lose. Like just
Oh,
move
okay.
past.
Well, I forgot who I'm talking to. My bad.
So glad I don't. Sorry.
My vote for the 9 is the Broncos. Anybody got Jordan? Both Jordans? Who y'all got?
I'm protesting.
Teams, Broncos.
Commanders here.
Commanders, and I'm gonna take off the Bucks for the sake of it. Somebody said Commanders. And then Jordan Woods. Who did you say? I'm sorry.
Broncos.
Wait, this is 9 or 11?
This is 9.
Okay, yeah, I say Commanders for me.
Yeah, it's not like Jordan to go against a running quarterback.
And then Ari, who would you say?
You're at 9.
Yeah.
Broncos.
And then West, who would you say at 9?
Come on, Wes.
Commanders.
And then BJ, Low. I think I said Broncos already the previous
what's
round,
the
right?
missing
I can't
team?
Nah, I
believe
didn't.
y'all
I go
making me
Commanders right
cheer
here.
for niggas in my
Ed,
division.
what is the missing team?
Come on.
It's right
The
here.
Buccaneers.
I'm like
Buccaneers.
so
Or
agitated.
Buccaneers. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
I just don't
Buccaneers
see
too. I probably spelled that wrong.
Oh, so what? So it's Broncos,
You
Commanders,
actually
Bucks
spelled
right
it
here.
right.
Yeah, 9, 10, and 11.
Hey, hey, Jordan Wilson, what you gonna do when PS2 shuts down half of the field this weekend?
Low and right. Who y'all vote? Viper, can you hold the side conversation real quick, bro?
I go.
You can give me
Broncos.
Broncos.
I go Bucks.
Well, that's not convenient.
I
If you
said
need me
Broncos.
break your tie, bro, I go Commanders.
No, he's talking about Low.
Oh, he said I ain't hear. I can't hear.
If you need me break your tie, bro, I go Commanders, bro.
Why are y'all going Commanders?
Yeah. All right, we down to two teams. We got the Broncos and the Bucks last. I'm assuming the Broncos just had all them votes. Some of the people that voted Commanders are shifting to the Broncos.
I'm
going Bucks right here.
Wait. The Broncos got the lowest ranked elite defense in this on this graph.
What do you mean lowest ranked?
They do have
the Broncos have the best defense
of the three teams that we're discussing.
Of the teams that are remaining, yeah.
But they also have the worst offense as well. So
aren't they averaging like 28 points a game in the last 10 weeks or something? All right, bad.
I mean, if we're really doing best and worst offense, the Bucks have a better offense than the Commanders, but I get it. It matters when you want it to matter.
Well, I would say that I don't think that, the offense is what
I don't think you just like them. That's okay.
No, but one's like 3, one's like 4. I would say that one's averaging 29.5 points.
And one has a top 10 passing and
Anybody that just voted the Broncos at 9, a different team at 9. The Commanders at 9.
I like Jaden too.
The Broncos
so that's okay.
Anybody that voted the Jordan Wilson, who you putting at 10, Jordan Wilson? You had Commanders at 9.
So Bucks or Broncos, I would go with Tampa Bay.
And Bills lose to an 11 seed in there.
Wes, you had the Commanders at 9. Who would you put at 10?
Broncos.
Okay, so then they're going to win out. There's no need to ask anybody else. Thank you, everybody that participated. This was a good conversation, in my opinion, for the NFL. Period. I know I sped it up. It was not intentional. I just have to do something. But overall, we had good conversation with the opening. I asked 2 opening questions. Everybody participated and everybody answered. Thank y'all so much. And then we took it to the power rankings where we had good conversations in the back end right here between 12 through 9. I know it was going in circles, jumped to the top, just got strict to the votes. So thank y'all so much for participating. Truly means a lot to me, bro. Thank y'all again. I know I sped it up. I know I'm a little upset. I'm not gonna be there at the start of the NBA talks and the power rankings. I said NBA talks and power rankings, NBA talks and playback because and I am gonna post that too, NBA talks. But because I have to leave, haven't seen if you are here. I want to ask you kindly. You can start it off with if you want to. Like I'll probably be back in like 2025. I had to assume. Jimmy talks or just going over the slate, but then we're also going to preview the Celtics and Nuggets game as well.
Well, we got NFL talks are over.
Yeah.
I had a question for Jordan. Never mind, bro.
You can ask the question in playback.
Bro,
I swear you can ask it in playback. I swear you can.
Bro, I can't. I'm out. I got a show to do it too. But shout out to y'all.
Bro, what?
What? How did that make sense?
I gotta do a show at 2 o'clock,
bro. Be in playback right now, bro.
My bad.
Open another.
Swipe, ask me a question in playback, bro.
Yo, Swipe was funny. Everybody here on the YouTube, the show is going to continue. I just have to move. The show is going to continue. I'll be right back in like 25 minutes. I'm going to chime right in because that Heat game was disgusting last night.
And we had Jordan's swiping on you for like 35. You good?
Yeah. Playback.tv/fact and stats is where it's moving
Jordan
to.
Woods, do you got anything to this?
Playback.tv/fact and stats is where it's moving to. Playback.tv/fact and stats where it's moving to. The playback room is now live. Thank y'all for all the support. It truly means a lot to me. Thank y'all for who did that? Who? Oh, that was 7 Cent that did that. Oh. Okay, fine, not a problem. I had it titled Heaven Sent, and I think you went live. All right, whatever, it's fine. It don't matter. Playback.tv/fact and stats is where it's live at.